Hello, welcome to another episode of SDS. We are back, and it's another Premier League roundup. Recently, we've been doing a lot of Premier League roundups, and that's because the games happened so much. It's like every day there's a game. Don't worry, very soon we'll be back with the side topics of the start sub sales or the drafts, and I missed those ones. We're gonna do them soon, but you're back. We've got another Premier League roundup. We got another round of fixtures over the weekend. Also, as well, this dropped on Tuesday. Arsenal are playing Chelsea on the day this drops. So we won't be covering the Arsenal-Chelsea game because it hasn't happened yet for us. But we might briefly talk about it. It might come as a mention, as maybe do a couple of predictions, and then we'll cover Arsenal-Chelsea in the midweek Premier League roundup.
Another one.
Yeah, it's going to be a midweek one as well, because games Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday as well this week. It's crazy.
It's good for FPL though. And then next week, Tuesday, another
it's mad, bro. It's crazy, right?
You know, La Liga could never.
Yeah, La Liga. Never.
They care about their players too much, man.
Your lineup for today is, as you can see, or if you can't see and listen, that's why I'm saying it. Next to me, we've got Elias Tate. You all right?
Whoa.
I'm part of the Illuminati. I'm not part of Andrew Tate. I'm Illuminati.
He's like,
I'm Illuminati.
Rather that than we call that.
No. I'd rather the Illuminati than Andrew Tate.
Son. Opposite him.
What the hell am I saying?
No, this is a bit weird today. It feels weird sitting. I've only sat here once before.
Listen, we're playing.
There's a lot of pressure.
Fullbacks.
There's a lot of pressure, you know. I'm doing the John Stones role today.
What formation are we doing now?
I'm in my pep bag right now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
My pep bag. John Stones playing.
You seen before the game when he was like this on the chair, pretending to be stressed.
He was stressed.
When someone said the CTE was kicking in,
I hate it. Well, he's smart. He does it. Well, he does it for the cameras.
Of course
he knows what the cameras is.
Yeah.
But he must drop this gimmick, fam.
Nah, he's on football Twitter. Someone said he's on football Twitter.
Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah, he wasn't even in the squad. He was like, and he's played Jack Grealish.
Yeah.
We'll talk about Pep and everything else when we get to the games. But obviously, Faisal, welcome back.
Okay, man.
You're right. And then Fuad is here as well.
I like the shirt you're wearing.
That's a very nice shirt.
Very nice.
Honorary. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's about time.
He looks good. That's good on you. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You look like a Dutch centre mid.
Come on, respect me, man.
Come on, Dutch centre mid.
Edgar Davids. I'll take that.
He didn't say that. Did you say that?
I'll take that.
Hey, yo, I'll take that.
I said
I didn't think that. I didn't think Edgar Davids. I'll take
He was
that.
sticking with Royston Drenthe.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Royston.
Why are you laughing? Madrid. Why are you laughing?
He's dead. He's dead. What side is with that?
He's an Everton legend, though. Don't rap with him. Don't rap with him.
He's rapping now, innit? Or something?
I don't know what he's doing, man. Them brothers there. Just kick ball for banter.
I heard he's rapping.
Crazy.
But yeah, so let's get into the games.
Can we just do something before we start, guys?
What's this? Oh, it's another prop.
A fan sent this in to Sharky.
What's this?
It's congrats on 1 million.
Oh.
Hey,
Cake.
yo. Hey, yo.
Oh,
congratulations
wow.
on 1 million, Sharky, man. Congratulations.
Go, man.
I'm going to take all the credit. I was the fan.
It was you?
Yeah, I've been a fan of you for a long time.
Thank you.
The boys.
All the fans say thank you to Sharky for SDS as well.
To be fair,
Thank you very much.
a lot of people are probably thinking, what? They're scrolling down, they're like, this doesn't have 1 million. It's not SDS, okay? Well, when SDS gets 1 million, it'll be a huge celebration. Yeah, I hit 1 million on my main channel, so.
And we're going to eat this cake and some other cake later.
There we go, stick around to see maybe Elias eat some cake.
Halal version.
All right, so let's get into the games. This is the show where we talk about all the Premier League games of the game week. The first one I want to talk about is the big one. It was at Anfield. Liverpool hosted Spurs. Now, Spurs coming off a few bad results in a row. Big loss against Newcastle, huge one, embarrassing one. Bournemouth, they played a few weeks ago as well when they thought they equalised late on Danjuma, and then they conceded an even later winner. Similar, but this one was a game with mixed emotions. Now, Fad, I remember you weren't with us. Obviously, you were in your studio. 3-0 down. Well, I'm going to get your opinions on this game, but 3-0 down. Obviously, it's tough. You know, already straight away, you can see the straight away 3-0 down. Then 3-1. What were you thinking at that point? You don't care.
Nah, you didn't care. You was done.
I did not
It's
care.
3-1.
He was already dead.
The thing is, we're coming into Anfield, and ask any Spurs fan, the last 12 years, the most unluckiest fixture on the calendar list. Last minute goals conceded. We will miss 7 sitters per game. So when I'm seeing 2-0 down, I'm like, yo, this is the same shit from Newcastle last season. Yep. I don't know. I've seen the sack before. It's normal. But then second half, as you said, when that goal goes in, the first one, you're thinking, and that was before the first half actually. So I thought 3-1 going in half time. I ain't even worried about this. We'll probably
Just
get
another
4-1,
Kane consolation.
5-1. Yeah, Kane consolation, literally.
He's been doing that.
Then you start to see Liverpool gifting a few chances. I'm like, I don't know why, but their defense just seemed to be so open to long balls and counterattacks, and I just went, there might be something in this. We hit the post once. Romero has a goal disallowed. Kulusevski misses his sitter. I'm like, hey, this game might be turning a little bit. If we get one,
It's long.
lo and behold, who pops up? And Son, I'll be real with you. Listen,
Faisal's favourite.
we got the biggest,
Certified
we got
Son
the
hater.
biggest certified Son hater here. Yeah. And listen, I've been someone who this season has been a huge critic of him. But the timing of that run, the finish, quality. And,
What a
and,
player.
And
What a player.
And you got to give him his credit there.
We could talk about Son later. I've got,
You gotta give him
but
credit.
this is leading up to the.
We'll talk about Son.
But then I can't lie to you, I'm all in at that point.
3-2, yeah.
3-2, I'm
It's
like, yo,
DiCaprio.
15 minutes. And do you know what it is? It's also because of for real.
Literally.
Midweek against United, we saw the same thing. 2-0 down, half-time.
Yep.
Ryan Mason team talk. No. We got a little something here, a little Shahada prayer on the touchline. Like, yo, let's activate Aki mode.
He was ready.
And then 93rd
And then
minute.
93rd minute, they start. To be fair, last 5 minutes, they were giving away a few tedious fouls. And I went, yo, we can get on the end of these set pieces. We're not very good at set pieces.
Yep.
Someone tweeted out and said, if Richarlison just gets a jump, just for the chaos of it, I'd
Yeah,
love to
it
see
was
it. And I
jamming.
went, I would too, I would love to see. Lo and behold, back post. Who misses him as well? Darwin Núñez. I was like, perfect. Dunk on him.
So much chaos.
Let's get this. And that's the thing. The chaos.
Bro, it's
broke it
hilarious.
down so perfect.
It was like 15 celebrations in one.
Bro,
It was killing me, bro.
Man did
Even everyone,
shirt off,
everything.
knee
fans,
slide.
everything,
He did with the fans, the salute, the players hugging. I said,
And then the Tottenham fans went crazy.
Oh, yeah, limbs. It was limbs.
Expressions on the stream going nuts, doing celebration with
Yeah,
him.
yeah, hilarious.
Phil Adams sending voice notes to the group chat like
Listen.
this.
Bro.
Come on, boy. Nice, yeah? Life for Izzy. Hold it.
So that this one.
I think, do you know what's crazy? I think by the time that voice note was delivered, you'd conceded it. I think you conceded. By the time that voice note was delivered, you conceded.
This voice note is 10 seconds long. So by the time you put the phone up, recorded it, and he sent it, the goal went in.
Jota scored straight away.
Jota scored.
Brother, I had not even literally, I'd finished just sending the voice note and I finished just sending a tweet. I was getting ready to send a second tweet to be like, yo, we're leaving with something today.
And you left with nothing. Not one thing. Not one thing.
And who cost me?
Lucas
A
Moura.
90th minute substitute who's already leaving the club, who shouldn't be anywhere near the pitch.
Yep.
And what a great back pass.
And this is the second time he's done some nonsense like this.
Bro.
Didn't he get sent off recently?
Bro, literally.
I remember, what game was it?
He's cost us in so many games this
He
season.
tweeted afterwards, I'm so sorry.
No, didn't he praise God and then say sorry or something like that?
Yeah,
Like, he did
put
something
up
like
some
that.
long scripture.
He put up a long scripture.
Dios míos. Listen, allow it, brother. Allow it. Please, man. Get out of the club. And for me, it's another painful game in another painful season, bro. I was saying last week when I was here, it feels like this club is almost like a social experiment.
Yeah.
The social experiment continues. Is all I
Yeah,
saw.
yeah.
And there's no other club where you can see this level. Like there's things we say, bad lucks and streaks and bogus things. But every single season, we can look at maybe 2 or 3 moments where you just actually sit back and think,
How did
are
that?
Tottenham actually a football club? Like, are
did
we
that
being,
happen?
or is this just a hoax? Like going out to managers in jail one season, going out to teams in God knows where. It's like going out to Everton in cups in extra time with Ancelotti sipping soup on the top. Like there's always some kind of crazy embarrassing scenario where it's Lanzini crashing on us last second.
Last
against
minute
West
volley.
Ham.
Yeah.
Even back in the day, the Roy Carroll thing, all
There's
that kind of
so
stuff.
many
Yeah.
situations over the past 4 years where you just think, and especially in this season, going to Anfield, I don't think any Spurs fan would have left this game thinking we're leaving with something. But as you said, when that momentum builds, see Ryan Mason.
Everything
you'll
about the
think,
game was perfect because Daniel Levy there at Anfield just sat there, camera kept going to him.
Yeah.
Every time they conceded 1, 2, 3, 15 minutes in though.
I saw Tottenham fans leaving.
3-0 down, 15 minutes
Yeah.
in, you can see a shot of Spurs fans leaving. 15
Yeah,
minutes in.
it was. They're probably
I
getting
think
ready. Like your tweet, getting ready to tweet Tottenham saying, "I want my refund."
Yeah,
like, literally.
Of course, well,
Listen,
at that
Do you know what's
point-
crazy
and
as
can
well?
you imagine back-to-back trips to Newcastle?
Yeah,
and Liverpool.
And you can see it within the first 15 minutes, like 3 goals.
I feel
Crazy.
sorry for any.
And when you
Spurs
see the
fan that
first 3
went there.
goals at Anfield, you think, yeah, this can be 6-7. like especially with the Man United situation.
Because I can't lie to you, even after they scored the second and third, Liverpool looked like back to themselves. They were popping, and I was
let's
like,
talk about the start of the game. The first 3 goals, everything was going perfect.
Yeah.
Trent in that midfield was cooking.
Amazing.
Another assist for the first goal by him.
Yeah.
Which makes him this first time in history he does it
twice, 5 in a row, twice, 5 assists, 5 games in a row. Got an assist twice in his career.
Wait. So he's got
a streak.
A streak.
Of
5 games.
5 times.
So he's gotten 10 assists in 5 games.
No. He's done it 5 times. Twice.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
2 separate times.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. Okay.
So he's done it again.
Yeah.
Obviously Gakpo scoring. Gakpo assisting the Diaz goal, which is a very good goal.
Yeah.
Very good goal.
The cutback and the finish
was amazing.
Tough.
The finish was
behind
amazing.
him.
Yeah.
Behind him.
As good as I can say the finishes are, though, the defending, I'm sorry.
Bro, do you know what? It's like Longley.
What's going on with Kuti?
I don't know how you can concede at
what's
the
going on
back
with him?
post and the back post and the near post playing 5 at the back.
Yeah,
how does that
What happened? What happened with Kuti?
Bro, he's playing out of his arse. I don't know what is wrong with him this season.
No, you want to walk up. You want to walk up. It happens with a lot of players.
I thought about that as well.
It happens with a lot of players.
I can't just give it the post World Cup
fair. Winning a World Cup in the middle of the season, and they're coming back. It is like,
like imagine
season, bro.
You can't even really celebrate. Like you go on that like 3-4 day bender, they get their like week off, and then they come back, and it's like I've won the World Cup.
It's not
who could really chat to me.
And that's the thing. It's not even just coming back. It's coming back to Tottenham.
Coming
back to play with Eric Dyer, Langley, Emerson, Lloris. These are not. Please, man, I had Emi Martinez, Lisandro, I had real world bosses.
Otamendi in my
real leaders. But
the passion was your brother as well.
What's killing you guys is
brotherhood.
What's killing you guys is the wing backs. Very like big time. Perisic and Pedro Porro. As good as Perisic is, he's not a defender. And
as good as Pedro Porro, he's going forward.
Going forward is brilliant.
Going forward is brilliant, but defensively, no, forget going forward. That game, there was like 2 or 3 chances where he could have got at the back post and either had a tap in or even just got something on the end of it. Yeah. And like, I don't know if that's a confidence thing where he's too scared to go forward because you guys might concede a goal for him going forward, or it's that him just thinking, I don't think I'm going to be able to get on the end of it.
There's too many times I feel like so far he is very I almost see him as like a right forward.
He's like a right winger.
Loves to drift in.
He's like a right winger.
Yeah, and that's how I see it. But the problem is so many times when he's been caught out of position, 9 times out of 10 he gets cashed in. Sometimes there should be a centre back's bail you out. These men are not bailing him out. So it's always been costly. So I feel like sometimes now he's almost becoming a bit hesitant to go forward. Yeah. If he loses that attacking willingness, forget about it. You've lost the whole player.
But we spoke about that before, where when you man got him, he was a right winger, fam.
Yeah, but they were playing in the back 5.
No, he was a right wing. Right wing. He was a proper right wing.
He was a right wing. Now he's been asked to do something that he wasn't doing.
I still think the right wing back, if we do play the back 5, he can play a role there. Yeah. But I'm sorry, those first 2 goals, when I saw them, I'm like, you cannot concede as simply as letting man just walk through, tap it in, it goes in. Go down the byline, whip it in, goes in. It's like, this is ABC basics, key stage 1 defending, bro. Like,
I think that comes from you lot.
Inexcusable.
I think it's a dud season for you lot. So the players are just like,
though, for a while they were like top 4 was.
I think when the Conte thing happened, the whole outburst, I think it turned into that season where when teams are like 10th, 11th, they're not getting Europe and they're not getting relegated, and they're just like, oh, we're just gonna play. Like we're getting paid to play now, and then if we have a chance to win the game, we're not gonna throw it away. So like, I think it got to you lot where 3-3, 3-2, you're like, yeah, we can actually get something from this game. Let's play our best. And then you end up conceding such a dumb goal. Like, that's basics. Lucas Moura just, how is he not seeing Jota right there? Bro, and he's literally through balled him.
You don't do that the 93rd.
It's not even like he set the defender and it's an underhit pass or overhit.
Those ones,
he's literally put it behind him.
Take the draw. You just scored. You're 3-3.
Yeah.
Just get rid of it. How is he trying to
kick it? That's my thing. I'm like, get it into a channel. Get it away from the area you're in, the final our third. Like, get it away from there. Instead, at first, because I was worried he was going to try and bring it down. Yeah. So I was like, you do not have the wherewithal, because I know you're going to try and blind dribble your way out. No. Then I saw the back pass coming, and when you could just see it all happening. And
goes in slow-mo.
Jota, and Jota, that's his bread and butter.
What finish as well.
In the box.
See how calm he was.
He loves this.
Yeah, there was nothing from him.
That's how calm he was.
There was nothing from him,
That's back-to-back week killer left foot finishes.
Last
week,
he went on that run. He went on that run with 30 Premier League games without a goal. and then like he scored one, and then now he's not back to Jota, but he's getting the goals that
last
Liverpool
3 games
needed.
he scored.
He's been moving nuts.
And Liverpool are like in the business end of the
Forest
season now
game
where
with
they're
2
actually
goals,
trying to
Forest.
get the top 4. Do you know, like they've not said let's bail out and drop lower. Let's actually get the top 4. But I think them changing the way they play the back 4 with Trent going inside is what made them concede the goals to you guys. Because I feel like changing halfway, 3/4 into the season, saying okay, now we're going to play inverted and we're going to have Robertson tuck in. You can't just randomly.
And I'll be honest with you,
and what's done is exposed certain people with that
Like who?
formation change. Like one of them, who in my opinion, 2 of the goals was his blame, and it's been shown evidently as well. The previous game was Robertson. Robinson is now exposed, and that
The first goal where he just left 2 men at the back post.
Like, listen, you can make fun of Van Dijk, or what? Like, fair enough. Like, you can make your memes of Van Dijk. That was good memes.
Just quickly though, what was a worse meme, that one or the Lisandro one?
No, Lisandro.
No, Lisandro was his whole body. He was looking the other way, bro. He was doing a mannequin challenge. Like, he was the whole other way, bro. Like, it was mental, bro. I've never seen. You never see a defender's back turn like that. Like, how can Salah see what number you are? It's not meant to happen, bro. As the player, you're not meant to see the number.
Your number, you're in trouble.
You're done,
At least Van Dijk tried.
Van Dijk said,
he tried to defend.
he still showed his ass, but he tried, bro. Lisandro was just like, he was done, man.
That was
But
crazy.
no, for Robertson, you've got 2 men behind you. That's bro. You're not looking back.
Welcome back to the segment we like to call Faisal's masterclass of defending. So go on.
Right.
Oh, yes.
This is what he does. There's a period of the show where he gives like Premier
positionally-
defenders like advice,
Positioning.
Premier goalkeepers advice. So
All right, I
go on,
wanna hear
break
this,
it
I
down
wanna
this
hear
one.
I can't lie. Positioning. Listen, you've got 2 men behind you.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're not making no effort to even look at them initially. Fair enough. You're trying to maybe mark at least one of them. You ain't marking both.
No,
of them.
you can't mark one. You got to be 50-50 in between both. If you mark one, then
But,
that one's free.
brother, he's not.
Sorry,
he-
sorry.
No, he's the coach. He's the coach. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
So he's making a visual
He's here.
presentation. Go
There's
on.
2 people behind you. You
I don't know if
should.
they can see the table. But go on.
Well, like, you should in yourself.
No, they can't see the
That's
table.
fine.
Use the bottles.
You should
the
at
balls.
least. You should at least. You know what? Drop pack. You can't. Well, like, come.
And this is the goalkeeper. That's the keeper. That's the keeper. There we go.
Come. Pepting.
Okay.
This is Robertson.
So if you listen to the audio
This is
version,
Kane.
guys,
Guys,
sorry
come
about
over
this
to the
part. This
YouTube
is
channel and watch
goalkeeper. Go on.
Faisal's demonstration of how to defend.
Okay.
And this is Petroporo.
Okay.
And this is in goal. Cool.
Yes.
You've got who did it? Who of course went past Van Dijk? Who?
Perisic.
It was Perisic.
It was Perisic.
Cut
He
in
went
there.
past them. Perfect. You could see your man in an island where he's about to get killed.
Yes.
Cool. Your first instinct is, you know what? Let me defend my man. But as a defender, you've got 2 people behind you.
Yes.
Your first instinct now is to look back. Cool. You're about to get killed. Let me at least do my job, which is your main responsibility.
And trust
at
your
least
keeper.
defend. Exactly. Trust your person, or at least trust your DM to cover.
So you're
and
gonna
and
let, in case he beats Van Dijk, which he did, if Robertson stays back with his players, then Perisic has a free shot on goal.
That's
No,
exactly what I was gonna say.
I take that gamble.
take
that gamble.
I
Take
take
that gamble, and on top of that, take that
It's a
gamble.
gamble regardless.
You score
If-
from there, that's a quality goal.
It's
I
a
can't
gamble
deny a quality
regardless.
goal.
It's a gamble regardless.
But if I do something foolish where I get sucked to the ball now and I've left 2 men behind and he sees that, I've made it
not his
easy for
fault.
Perisic. I've made Perisic an easy decision and I made that goal easier.
And on top of that, there was a defender. There was Højbjerg or Skip was one of them, was running towards Perisic. Take that gamble. You're basically left the best striker, the most clinical striker behind you. And if he doesn't finish it, the person behind him is going to finish it.
Yep.
That is awful defending. And it's not the first time Robertson's done it. In my opinion, if Liverpool want to make... No, I'll take it back. Take it back. man.
Faisal's trying to get in his tactical back.
Vini Gunnar.
I don't know whose war it was.
That's mine.
I'll be able to tell. One second.
Do you think this season though he's held?
Yeah, no, he's exposed.
It's Faisal.
Trent has held more smoke.
Wait, one second.
Than
This your
No,
Robertson.
that's fine. That's right.
No. Smells like Blems. This food. He's needed it for the Tottenham game. Right?
That might be mine.
Oh, this smells like food, is he? Yeah, that stinks. That one stinks.
So in my opinion, if Liverpool want to maintain this little formation change of theirs, this style of theirs, Robertson has to go. Robertson is not.
No.
Robertson is not capable because the thing is,
that is crazy.
Hear me out.
That is crazy
Hear
to
me out.
say.
Hear me out.
This is the Real Madrid like.
We expect excellence and nothing else.
Yeah,
No,
we
no,
expect
no.
this is
No,
all we
no,
want.
no.
If you're even 1% below 100, we don't want flags.
Well,
Yeah.
no, this is not standards. He's been doing it. What's helped him is the assist. The assist is clouding people's judgment. Yes, he's the highest assistant in the Premier League. That's been clouding people's judgment. Defensively, bro.
He's a very good defender.
He is no. That's one thing. Defending. That's one thing. The other attributes behind it. His other attributes is shit. Technically on the ball, he's not good, fam. Crossing the ball.
Technically on the ball, he's not good, but he's got the most assists in Premier League history.
But
that's technique.
Crossing distribution is different than technically on the ball.
It's technique on the ball, though.
I think as a left back, as a left back,
it's different.
I know what you mean. Ball striking. It's more ball striking.
Yes, it's more.
As a left back, Robertson, I think he's above average than a regular left back should be with the ball at his feet. I think he's a good left back. But I think him having Trent on the other side doesn't help him, because now people think, oh, you've got Trent on one side, you should have someone similar on the other side. But Robertson's actually a very good player with the ball at his feet. Defensively, for that goal you're talking about, I think he got unlucky because he's not expecting Van Dijk to go down, to drop on the floor. And then now he's caught in two minds. He's like, do I press the ball, what your instinct is, to go to the ball straight away, or do I stay? He's probably not looked over his shoulder because he's not noticed two man behind him. He's probably just thought, okay, only Højbjerg's behind me. So now Højbjerg's run across him has dragged him out, which helped Harry Kane. If you speak to, I don't know what Harry Kane's going to say, but if you say to Harry Kane, did Højbjerg help you score that goal? He'll probably say yeah, because he dragged Robertson. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like that's what the third man run does.
It's more of a credit to the attacker.
They do that stuff in training all the time, 3v2s, where the spare man will drag the defender away, and once the defender's dragged away, it opens up the space for Harry Kane.
But today's game is not today's game. The game against, it wasn't the first time that he's been exposed defensively in terms of awareness. It's happened before, bro. But like I said, his assist is clouding people's judgment. People think 7 assists, great season for a fullback. Really and truly, bro. He ain't been that great.
Are you talking about just this season?
This season. And
I think this season the whole back four's not been great. I think only Konate's been good.
Even towards the end of last season. But that's what I'm saying. If they want to maintain this formation, play the
you feel like if there's going to be a back three, he can't be
left centre back. Okay. That's no way he himself can be the left centre back. First of all, he ain't, in terms of, let's say, crossing, everything, the height.
Physical stature, he ain't got it.
It's not there for him. And in terms of building from the back, bro, he's clumsy on the ball, fam. Running, distribution, ball striking, that's very different to actual.
I feel like Liverpool fans will disagree big time.
If, for example, they got a Gvardiol, how much of a difference does that make?
Okay, but now let's...
That centre-back, what's his name?
Okay, let's say
no, from Sporting, Ignacio.
Okay, let's say they go... Okay, Faisal.
Yeah.
Ignacio.
Faisal, let me ask you something.
He can be good.
Let's say now Liverpool go and replace Robertson. Let's say they say, Robertson, you're going to be our backup left centre-back, or we're going to get rid of you for a big amount of fees, yeah? And they go and sign a centre-back, Ignacio... Gvardiol, anything like that. Now they're going to go into games starting 4-3-3, and they're going to have a centre back as a left back, where we've only seen Pep recently just figure out how to play a centre back at left back. Do they now cut off the whole left channel where they're very strong at, and then say, Trent, you're going to move into the midfield, and still be caught out by not having a covering man for Trent on the right hand side, and they still have a flat back three? Because I feel like if they do get a left-footed centre back and they put him in that back three, there's still not going to be a 3 at the back team. There's still a 4 at the back team, because Trent still goes into right back when they don't have the ball.
I see what you're saying, but if you're getting a new centre back, now that system has to maintain now. Let's say it's like City. Ake is not a left back. Yeah, he's now been asked to do the left back because of the formation change. You're basically getting Gvardiol, someone who can play that just to cover for the bit of game of the game. But when you've got the ball, you're not playing 4 at the back. You're playing 3 at the back. Robertson, put him on the bench. Let's say if this doesn't work out for you, 60 minutes, 70 minutes, all right, formation change, go to what you know best, 4-4, 4-3-3, and does it. You're not basically with a left centre-back. You've got Diaz who's going to be occupying the whole left.
All of this is because Trent's been moved inside.
Yes,
right?
Formation.
So it's about who you value more now, Trent or Robertson.
Yes.
Because you can then keep Robertson at left back because then you don't do the whole Trent moving in. That means Trent gets dropped and you find a new right back. Or Trent comes into that new role and you get a new left back. Well, you get someone there. So what do you think? Who do you think should be prioritised?
100% Trent. Robertson doesn't have the ability to do what Trent is doing.
Of course, Trent's a generational player, yeah.
And not even that, on the ball, the moment Robertson gets the ball, the ball's gone. The ball's not on his feet no more. Bro, Robertson's not good on with his feet. It's not good on the ball. It's not the first time. Last game, it's not just, I've seen it before, bro. It's not good on the ball. You've got Trent now, using him. Robertson, you know what? Little plan B, plan C. Bring him in.
Like a Tierney. Because he was our main left back.
That's what I was thinking as well.
I feel like that's very harsh on Robertson.
Comes in,
You're asking Robertson, who's never played as a left centre back or played in this kind of role, even for Scotland, he's a left wing back bombing forward.
And Tierney plays out left centre back.
Yeah,
as well,
in the
doesn't he?
third,
But
in the
what's more
third,
important?
in the
Okay,
last.
if you're Robertson, you're Robertson now. Yeah. What's more important, you or the team?
Of course, the team. But let me explain to you this: you can't expect Robertson to be good at this position when it's his first time playing there in the last quarter of the season. He's not played there a full season. If he'd played there from September till now, I would be like, okay, Fez. But he's just come into this role. It was been 6 games they've played this like formation.
If this is your first time, if you've been great at it before as a left back and you've just now new role and that's a bit of like, you know what, that's a bit of mistakes, fine. But as a left back, even as a left back, you've showed defensive mistakes and weaknesses, but it hasn't been exposed. Now, because of the new formation change, it has, bro. Bro, you're defensively, he weren't the elites. He weren't the best defensively.
But what left backs in
And
the
you know
world
what? You know what? You know what I feel
defending?
bad about? You know who I feel bad? People gonna make fun of him. Van Dijk. Van Dijk having Robertson now.
He's a left. So Van Dijk is that side. Yeah,
It's now having to cover not only him, this bummy guy as well. So now Van Dijk's the heat. It's been on Van Dijk.
I don't know about that one.
The heat has been on Van Dijk.
Because Van Dijk's made a lot of like questionable decisions this season.
And I don't think it comes from Robertson. Get out of jail card.
Yeah.
When I feel like he has actually been to blame for a lot of the things that have happened.
He deserves his own blame, but he can't take responsibility of someone else as well. The mistake of
I'm sorry, him getting cooked there.
Perisic was on the right side of the field. It was on the Trent side of the pitch.
That one's his still. All I'm saying, if Liverpool want to maintain this formation, Robinson has, in my opinion, Robinson can't.
I don't think next season they're gonna have a new right back next season. Liverpool. I think Trent's gonna play in the midfield next season.
That's what
No.
I
think they're gonna play this four at the back that they normally play,
test.
and they're gonna play Trent as a centre midfield next season. I think Trent is gonna play in that Jordan Henderson role, but as a much better player because he's technically gifted. I think he's going to play in that position.
So what? So you think they'll go back to the fourth?
I think they're going to get a right back.
back.
I think they're going to get an actual right back who's a very good defensive right back. They're going to have Robertson at left back. They're going to have their normal 4 at the back, and they're going to play Trent in the midfield.
If they do that,
I think they'll do that.
But I don't think they will.
I think this is more of a trial period because you can't now Jurgen Klopp, a guy who's never played an inverted fullback ever, come into the last quarter of the season and say, I'm playing inverted fullback.
Yeah, even that decision is interesting. But let's enough about Robertson and stuff. I want to talk about Son for a bit because Son has now got 4 goals in 5 games.
He done that for Faisal.
Yep, and Faisal obviously been very loud and clear with your feelings towards him this season. Mm-hmm. Is there anything you want to say? Even though, because to be fair, you can get goals, but Spurs are still losing. They've got 1 win in their last 7, so it's not like Spurs. You know,
goals doesn't win. His goals doesn't win him games, bro. Yeah. And a nice little run of his. He does it all the time towards the end of the season. Goes on that little. You know more than anyone else.
When it doesn't matter.
When it doesn't matter, he does it for numbers.
I think a lot of players do this though. When it gets to that kind of like last 6-7 games of the season, when your team's not really playing for anything, all of a sudden the floodgates open. Yeah. Some teams aren't defending as hard.
I feel like his hate for Son is very like unjustified.
It's a different level. Like,
it's like so unjustified.
I feel
the
like
guy's been one of the best wingers the Premier League's ever seen, and he's here saying, "Oh, this guy's a bum. This guy's this. This guy's that."
That game itself.
One bad season, man.
That game.
Did you not buy a house from me?
Chances.
Did you not buy a house from me? I feel like he didn't. You know. I feel like he didn't buy a yard for me. I feel like he put down the deeper and said, I don't want it anymore.
Nah. You got a different agent.
Yeah.
That game itself, he missed like 4 chances as well. And he's known to be that clinical finisher. Come on, brother.
To be fair, 2 of them did hit the post.
And that is
you beat the keeper. Really good strike.
Come on, you're being harsh. You're being harsh.
He's being harsh.
You know what the thing is? This is my honest opinion. You know what Draymond said about Brooks, Dylan Brooks. He said the dynasty starts after you, not when you. That's what Son, fam. Look, this little Spurs dynasty, wherever they want to, for them to win trophy. Once you're gone, bro, leave, and then Spurs will be in a better place moving forward.
Okay, so when Kane was out injured with the ankle injury, and Son said, "Here, Spurs, come on my back." That sounds mental.
What did that lead
sounds
to?
mental.
Bro, that's
crazy.
They said, "Yo,
that sounds mental.
I'm putting you go with that verse.
I'm putting you on my back, and I'm dealing with the rest of the season for you lot."
What did that lead to?
And he did that multiple seasons as well.
What did that lead to?
What did that lead to?
What did that lead to?
Champions League final, bro.
Oh, come on.
We achieved our targets every year.
They've achieved their target every year, bro. Come on.
Top 4 was our target every year.
He knows Tottenham better than all of us.
Of course.
In those seasons, Harry Kane was out injured, and Son
stepped up.
And Son stepped up.
That's the reason why
what
we
was
never
your
signed
target for that season? Top 4, right? It was never, we're going to win the Premier League, we're going to win this, we're going to win that. It was, we need top 4 football. And he said, I'm going to get you guys top 4
This is
football.
a Real Madrid fan, so every season they go into it like, we have to win the league, we have to win the Champions League, we have to win. So if Spurs are going to Champions League final, for you, that's like, yeah, we didn't win it. Who cares? No, but
he's not winning football. He's not winning football. There's certain players out there, they're not winning football. He's not winning football. You don't win trophies with Son in your team.
You don't win trophies for Spurs in general.
And that's my point, because they've got
Spurs.
Because they've got my man. They've got my man.
Okay, but Harry Kane.
No way you're saying Spurs are not winning trophies.
Harry Kane is better than 90% of the footballers in the world. But he's never won a trophy. But it's not because Harry Kane, it's also because he plays for Spurs. It's a team.
There's no way you're saying those Spurs are not winning trophies because
that's what I'm saying.
Is in the team.
It's the other way around.
I don't buy that.
I
don't buy that.
Son's good enough to win trophies. There's players.
Son and Kane, if anything, have been let down by everything
I need
else
Steve to do
around
something for me. When we just had this little conversation, I need just the camera to be on Faisal and his realization of, damn, they're right. But because he's stubborn, he's not going to say, damn, you lot are right. I saw the realization in his eyes. Like, he was like, damn, like Spurs. They're not
It's them.
Yeah, they're the problem. He's there saying, they're not winning because of Son. They're not winning because of Son.
I'm not based on Son only. Son is not taking 100% of responsibility.
You just said the dynasty starts when he leaves.
Yeah.
That means they're winning without him. That means because he's there, they're not winning.
That's my point. He's not winning. He's not winning.
All right, let's go back to this game.
PO 100 Club as well, and he's a hate like that.
You know what's mad now as well? Because exactly 100 Club. Yeah. What's mad as well? Because obviously now we've had one win in the last 7 games, league games.
Damn.
Liverpool are now above you, and they have a game in hand.
Yeah.
It felt like recently when Liverpool were way behind them.
It felt like
Liverpool are above them,
ago.
and they got a game in hand.
Yeah.
And Fuizzi we were laughing at Fuizzi before this guy's crazy.
But he's not. But he's not getting.
Listen, but the thing is,
they're now above Spurs. Spurs were 4th, and Liverpool
they've got a game in hand on Spurs,
and they have a game in hand.
Yeah, but Fu said they
have a game in hand
right
on
now.
Aston.
On you, yeah.
Yeah.
But what about United? They're 9 points behind them. United got a game in hand on them.
I'm not talking about United and Newcastle right now. I'm saying like they're now 5th.
That's
Liverpool can at least get 5th now. Guaranteed.
I always saw that as realistic. I didn't think that was unrealistic.
Bless you.
I definitely didn't think that was unrealistic.
That was a very zesty sneeze. That was not zesty.
But yeah, look at that now. Like Tottenham have just bottled it, bro.
Well, there's nothing really to bottle to me.
Yeah,
it's just another game where we just kind of show.
I'm so glad you're our neighbours, man.
Listen, you can bottle it, but we will somehow, some way, find a way to take the shine away and be like, hey, you know what?
Exactly.
Don't worry, there's some other shit still around here.
Do you want Europa League? Do you want Conference League?
I don't want neither. I want us to finish.
He wants a rebuild. He wants Harry Kane gone.
You want 8th.
I want 9th.
Yeah. You actually probably will finish 9th because looking at it now, your joint points with Villa, who are placed below you, are 7th. And I think Villa will have a better end to the season than you will. So Villa will come above you. Now you're 7th. Brighton have 3 games in hand of you and only 2 points behind you. Yeah. So Brighton will finish above you. So now you're 8th. And there's only 2 points between you and Brentford, who are 9th.
Fantastic.
So you could actually finish 8th and 9th, guaranteed.
If you lot are out of European competitions next year, nice. It does kind of guarantee Harry Kane's going to leave, even though Levy's going to be like, no, don't leave, please. So now I feel like you lot might get Nagelsmann. Because like even Rangnick is saying he should go to Tottenham. And I know these guys, they look at him like this is the guy.
I know he likes Tottenham.
And
I don't know why.
Yeah, and Rangnick is telling him,
even Tuchel.
Yeah,
used to like us.
Like I feel like if Nagelsmann does go there,
that's why.
I feel like them getting a manager all depends on Harry Kane staying or leaving. That's like a big thing. But I think Harry Kane leaving is best for Tottenham overall.
Which
is mad to say.
Why is Nagelsmann looking at your project and saying, you know what, I can do something?
I don't know. I think Levy's the ultimate dream seller.
Yeah,
he must be.
And
he's talking about go-karting in the stadium.
He's like,
talking about Beyonce concerts, Anthony Joshua. That's what he talks about to them.
NFL.
Yeah, he says, yo, I got you. Whatever, you can sit right next to the ring if you want.
Yeah.
Like, that's what he tells him.
You're living in London.
Yeah.
I'll pay you top dollar as a manager.
Yeah.
And I will back you, I promise. I didn't trust these guys. Conte was crazy.
Yeah.
Jose was crazy. Pochettino, I mean, he's Poch. But
Yeah.
you're the one I've been waiting for.
If you said that to me, I would sign for Tottenham. I'm a sign.
Listen, I'm selling shit right now.
I'm a sign. He needs you as his right-hand man.
FaZe is writing down his techniques for himself. Sales.
You need to get hired. You need to get hired by Daniel Levy. He's going to come into the next episode like, Daniel Levy, we need him, man. He's the best owner in the league.
A couple notes from some of the research team. I've got a couple of Liverpool fans. We don't have any Spurs fans, but you're a Spurs fan. So let me know if you agree with what these 2 Liverpool fans are saying. So this first one's from Femi. He says, having to deal with both Son and Perisic was difficult, and for a lot of the game we managed, but there were moments where we got opened up. But this is the price you pay to allow Trent to go further upfield. So he knows, you know.
That's exactly what
I think Liverpool just are best if they just somehow get Trent into the midfield. I think that's where they work best.
Liverpool are best when they just let the shackles off. The rock and roll, Gegenpress,
Yeah.
that was their thing. And
Put Trent in midfield, have a proper right back, and you're good.
This is the new wrinkle
It's
they're
expired,
trying.
yeah.
But there was moments in that game though where they definitely
Exactly,
looked
in the
like
first 30 minutes.
full rock and roll.
And that's what Eric Casper said. He goes, first 30 we were phenomenal, completely untouchable, and then just got way too comfy and didn't give Spurs enough respect. Another Trent assist, brilliant Jones performance. Shout out Curtis
that
Jones,
was
by
another
the
one
way.
actually. I forgot to mention.
Shout
Even
out.
after the first goal, I thought
He's been playing good recently.
Shout out Curtis Jones' performance, by the way. Media will slam the slip from Virgil, but they are highlight merchants. He had a good game. 3-0 up after 15. You should never let it get to where it did, but thank God for Jota.
I can't lie to you. Virgil even had like a very nice off the line clearance just before
he did.
as well.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
was
off the
so
line.
clutch.
And you know what? You know that incident where he slipped and then thing. You know what's crazy? He slipped, this and that, Precious crossed the ball. He was the only person trying to
Track back.
track back and thing. But Robertson was still trying to
He's found the way to
I knew where it was going, man. I knew where it was going. I
Still
saw
found
it.
the way to make out Robinson. Swish. And a couple notes but from Hasiba before we move on. A couple of like little stats and facts. Spurs have conceded more goals, by the way, 13 goals, by the way.
Statman Seeb.
Have conceded more goals in the opening 15 minutes than any other Premier League side this season, which was 13. They've conceded 13 goals in the opening 15 minutes.
But what, like,
I'm sure what up there in
7 of them is like against in like the last couple of games.
Yeah.
And 7 of them.
So
Like,
we're up there as well in the teams who've scored in the last 15 minutes as well.
last
It's weird
15,
because
yeah.
it's like we sleep all game and then decide to wake up.
The Bentancur
it's like
goals
the-
and all that. Yeah.
it's nuts.
It was Alexander Arnold, obviously, we spoke about, was the first player in Premier League history to provide an assist in 5 consecutive games twice. Shout out to Trent. Jota scored Liverpool's 41st 90th minute winning goal in the Premier League, at least 11 more than any other side in Premier League history. So Liverpool have scored 11 more than the next best team that has scored.
That's
minute
clutch
winner.
clutch gene.
Liverpool have that clutch gene, and Jota, especially recently, as well,
Yeah.
he's that player. And lastly, Lucas Moura has provided more Premier League assists for Liverpool this season than he has for Spurs.
why am I not surprised? He probably assisted that and said, "Thank God."
Dios mío.
Yeah, Dios mío. You're right. Did this. Did that.
Thank you, Father.
You sounded Portuguese there.
Ronaldinho.
I don't even think he's got that vibe.
Nah, he
He
don't.
ain't got a single samba bone in his body.
But he's a great guy, man.
Great guy,
I've done a
hype,
video of
man.
him years ago. He's one of my favorite people that I've ever filmed ever.
Yeah, man. keep
Great
it.
guy. I feel bad for him, man.
Video hype, man. Get him out here, man.
It's true, video hype.
Ship that brother back to Turkey, man. Can't
believe
Hope
it.
you're learning Turkish, buddy.
Can't believe he used to play
Beşiktaş are
PSG as well.
coming.
Yeah.
Can't believe he used to play PSG. He was there.
United won him as well at one point.
Everyone wanted him. I remember I used to bang him on FIFA. I used to be like,
Ultimate
whoa.
Team, Super Sub. Woo. All right, let's move on now to West London. And Fulham hosted Man City. Obviously, like I said, preview the game. I'm thinking, I need to watch this game. 2 p.m. kickoff. I'm like, every City game I'm watching.
You tweeted that.
I tweeted before the game. They were doing obviously the lineups and all that stuff, and
Yeah.
they were showing people, players. And I took a picture of my TV, and it was Bern Leno on the screen, and I tweeted saying, "But let me get a tweet out." I said,
Please, Leno, I'm on my knees.
"Yeah." I was
you.
like, you know what? I need to call in a favor. So I tweeted. I said, "Hi at Bern Leno. I will personally give you a Premier League medal if you keep a clean sheet today."
That's Fuse's medal.
2 minutes later, 1-0
Penalty.
Man City.
Yes, who was it? Who was it scored that anyway?
Who do you
Mr.
think?
Inevitable.
Who do you
Mr.
think?
Thanos.
Who do you think? Man. Yeah, and
Man,
obviously,
I
like
love
said,
and hate that guy, man.
Going into the
I love and
game,
hate
there was a shot of Pep Guardiola looking stressed. You know, it feels like WWE at this point now.
Why was he stressful?
Like,
He had his lineup out early. He done his lineup yesterday, the
Yeah,
night before, and
yeah.
he's on the stairs like this.
Yeah.
You know,
Like a John just texted him saying, "Yo, I can't come over tonight. You can't come over tonight."
Saturday plans flops.
You know,
Yeah.
it's so underrated. You know, people don't realize he's like the modern, like he's turning into Mourinho. Like if
Yeah.
you see press conferences, recently he said something. And he did this. Have you seen it?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My
I've seen
favorite
it.
one. My
Yeah.
favorite one is
Oh
when he
my
done
God.
the football Twitter quote recently.
Yeah.
Like a month ago when he said, "Oh,
I
you
have
Twitter
more
guys."
info than the Twitter guys.
Yeah, then the Twitter guys. And I was like, "Damn, this guy got a
Oh,
burner.
yeah.
This guy got a burner. I hope he's in my mentions."
Baldiola. It must be him.
Bro, it's ridiculous. I'll try to find him. But
He stuck his tongue out.
No,
He's got that like super villain in him where it's
Oh,
like
100%.
and I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Like I wish Mourinho was still in the Premier League.
I
I wish.
feel
Even though
when
Mourinho's not, he can't lace Pep's boots anymore. But like,
Excuse me?
Why did you look him up and down like that?
he rides for Mourinho hard. I don't know why.
Excuse me?
I don't know why.
I said right now, ride Mourinho like
right
that.
now, Jose can't lace Pep's boots. Right now.
You crazy?
Today, what's the date today? Today's the 2nd of May, right?
Are you crazy? The person who's about to win back-to-back European trophies with Roma.
What European trophies is he
What
winning?
are you on about?
What European trophies is he winning?
Have you seen that Roma team, fam?
What European trophies
Have you
is he
seen that
winning?
Roma team?
What's the Conference League? The one that they just started like last year. I think SSFC could play in the Conference League.
And that same
That's
trophy,
how bad that was.
And
That's how bad it is.
that trophy ended a drought for Roma for how many years they haven't won a trophy? Come on,
This is the video. I was trying to put it on the screen. Let's see.
I respect my goat, man.
Title was 100 points, so it was not difficult. No, I mean you as a manager.
He's a sicker. He's a sicker. He's a sicker. He's actually a sicker.
Watch it.
He's actually a sicker.
Watch him in a sec.
No, I mean you as a manager.
No, it's actually the emoji. You
He's
know
a
that?
sicker. He's a sicker. No, but I love him. He's so funny, man.
Yeah,
Like he's just a funny manager.
Nah.
But he's a funny manager. He's also arguably gonna go down as the best Premier League manager of all time. Like with what he's doing with City.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
With what he's doing with City, like I can't see anyone dethroning City.
He's a genius, fam.
Like this season, everyone was like, "Oh, City fell off." Blah, blah. They didn't. They stayed the exact same. Then when it came to the business end of the season, they said, "Let's go back to the top of the table. Let's do what we need to do." He's doing this weird thing with 4 centre back. Last season, we're gonna win the league without a striker. Season before, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do. He's just an evil genius.
man.
He's a genius, bro.
And I love. It's like every season he gives himself a handicap. It's like he says, "This season,
Yep.
we're gonna get Haaland. He doesn't suit my kind of football, but he's gonna score 50 goals this season."
No. This season. Oh, you see, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you Zinchenko and Jesus.
Yeah.
Here's a head start as well.
Yeah, take the head start. Take it.
15-8 points.
Enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself, man.
Go on,
Enjoy yourself.
I'll give you
He's made it
32
difficult, yeah.
game weeks at the top of the table.
Like Chelsea,
Yeah.
Chelsea, take the player who scored the 3rd most goals for me as a manager. Raheem Sterling, take him. I don't want him anymore.
Take him.
Only Messi and Aguero scored more goals on the Pep than Sterling.
Oh, you don't
Take it.
thought
I know what you're
Cancelo
saying.
was my shining
Cancelo,
gem?
middle of the season.
see you later, man. See you later.
The whole world
See you
talk about
later.
Cancelo. The whole world.
You know what?
No one talks about him anymore.
Yeah,
Do you remember Nathan Ake? Never used to start. Never.
I feel like he
Very
does.
rarely used to
I
start.
feel like he just goes back home. It's like, how can I make it difficult for me?
No, he does. That's
Yes,
the handicap.
for
Does
me-
every
for me
season.
to win the league. The ultimate problem solver.
I love it.
You know, he makes
But-
his own problems so he can solve them.
Yeah.
However,
And then do you know what happens?
That's what he does.
Teams try and copycat his problems,
Yep.
but they don't have the solutions or the tools to get out, and they get burnt.
however, what is he known for though? Sometimes he overthinks it.
Eh?
Of course.
And Champions League, he does it. That's a trend. Last season, the year before.
But that's what
Leon.
that's what keeps him going. That's something he has to chase.
Yeah.
As soon as that's done, when he wins that Champions League, I'm interested to see what happens after
International football.
Yeah.
because I think because
That's what I think.
having that something
he's not
he
gonna
has to
chase it.
chase, having something he has to chase, probably keeps him
Fire.
turned
Yeah,
on.
it keeps that fire
Keeps
going
him
in him.
horny.
But the only way.
Yeah. No. He needs real. No, it's true though because look at
Strikers
him
are
now.
horny.
Oh,
He
yeah.
sees football as a horny activity.
How many
100%.
how many Premier Leagues is it going to be if they win this one?
3-peat.
No. In like the last 5, it's 4 and 5, right?
4 or 5.
Currently, it's 4 and 5.
Is it currently 4?
yeah,
It's going to be 5 and 6,
currently
right?
5 and
It'll be 5 and 6.
Yeah.
That it's either 4 and 5 or 5 and 6.
Is it now? No, I swear. It's
He's got
about
2 in a row now, and then before that was Liverpool, and I think they have the 2 before that as well.
They did have the 2
Yeah.
He's
before,
about to win.
So he's about to go 5 in 6,
Unless I'm
5
wrong,
and
but yeah,
6
go on.
without a Champions League, and then next season, I think they're going to win the Champions League this season.
No.
I think they're going to win it. That's fine. That's for another day. That conversation. That's for when the game happens, May 10th. But
That's weakness. You quote tweeted me. Your quote. What's the weaknesses? I said
no, it was a genuine question.
Yeah,
I wasn't even trying to take the piss out of you. It was a
Yeah,
genuine
I
question
know.
because when I've watched City in the last like 2 months, I don't see a weakness in their team.
it's because you're looking at it from an Arsenal perspective.
It's not even an Arsenal perspective. When I watch Man City, do you know what's crazy? You know when they beat us recently and we done the watch along, I still wanted to go watch the game just to watch them.
No, I did. I watched the
Like I like watching football for football sometimes.
Yeah.
Same, no,
And like-
same,
No,
bro. That
same,
was-
same.
why-
Even if-
why do you think like I was
Like,
I was wearing
even-
a Brighton
even if-
shirt on the podcast last season?
Even if it's
City,
like the
those are my teams, bro.
fall
Same-
of
same
Arsenal, like watching City, like the way like Stones goes into midfield
Oh, I
and
love
like
it.
and then Akanji goes to the right and they play the
you
3.
can't
like,
hate on
it's-
it. Like
it's
even
awesome.
though
Like,
we're
it's beautiful to watch.
we're
It's
bottling it
beautiful.
to them. Like we're directly losing the league to them. Obviously, like I'm gutted, obviously as an Arsenal fan, but I can't sit there now and hate on it. Like what they're doing is they're inevitable.
It's
They're
greatness,
so
bro.
good.
It's
It's
greatness.
greatness.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're just. That's why I got cooked for my tweet and everything. And I get it. I deserve to get cooked for my tweet. But sometimes, bro, like someone's better than you. Someone's gonna be better than you. Like it's greatness, and we're just unfortunate. Same as Liverpool. Look at Liverpool, bro. Liverpool have been the best team. if you exclude City from right now, like just erase City,
Yeah.
this Liverpool team in the last 5 years has been the most dominant team in one of the most dominant Premier League history. But City would just City. Liverpool have got 97 points. They lost 1 game all season. That's a perfect season. They had literally a perfect season almost.
Yeah.
They didn't win the league because City got 100 points.
Well, your tweet was right though. Your tweet.
I know, but I'm going to get good for it.
Your tweet. Listen, a wise man once said, "Step to success."
Everyone get that line.
Step to success.
Did you get that from Liz?
Me and
Oh, the failure guy.
That's the bombest line I've ever heard.
Failure guy.
Step to success. But you know what? It relates to you, man, though. More than anyone else. You, man, this is step to success.
It really is, though. End of the day, look, of course, yes, we brought, no, it might be.
Oh, damn, we're talking about Man City. Arsenal.
Step counters now, yeah.
Every flop is going to use
Arsenal
that,
didn't play this
turned
weekend.
to Arsenal segment
Arsenal didn't play this weekend. I was away, so no one's heard from me in the last week or so. So obviously,
Oh yeah, Sharky was hiding. Sharky stars. I was only frontlining here. I was the only frontliner here.
I don't, and I respect that. And I see as well. I see on the watch long.
I keep forgetting you're Arsenal fan. Yeah, I was even doing the watch along.
I see the watch long and the podcast.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, it's just Man City, and obviously we're linking it to Man City because what we're feeling this season is what Liverpool and Fuizzi, we've got all the jokes and stuff, but he's been saying, I've been there. In this one where Arsenal 10 points clear, he's been saying, I've been there, Sharky.
Bro, when
he's been saying it, and we're laughing at him.
Surviving City.
We're looking at him. Best believe Surviving City is happening. It's coming out.
No.
And
I want to be part of that.
And when City knock out Real Madrid, FaZe was in the show. FaZe was in the documentary.
You know they're going to do that. You know when he got gassed over Valverde being in the dock?
Yep.
In the Real Madrid dock? I'm going to be gassed the same way FaZe was in the dock. You know when the camera pans to him? You know when they do this in the dock? When the guy sits down? He's like, my sound good?
Yeah.
and then they do this. That's what I can't wait to see FaZe. And the camera pans to him, man. That's what I can't wait. And he's just like, yeah, it was just tough. It's just been a tough 2 weeks. We're 15 points behind Barcelona. And like,
they beat you, man. They beat Liverpool. This and that, bro. They ain't beating us, man. That's like I said. That's weakness in their team. And no one in the Premier League has managed to exploit it, but we've got the players to exploit it. There is weakness in that team, fam.
No, with knockout football and Champions League football, Real Madrid got the heritage and you got the right.
And even him, bro.
Is there not a point when that runs out, though, man?
It always runs out, I think.
There always runs out. When the Modric injury now.
Apparently he's coming back. Apparently he might be. As read today, he went. He went injured
as well. They will both play in the game, man.
He's going to miss it.
On that, actually, in that game. Because that was the whole, why he's scratching his head because of the Kevin De Bruyne injury. But the man who stepped in, bruv, Julian Alvarez.
Yeah, and it's crazy because the reverse game, I think Haaland and Alvarez scored at City. I think they both scored in the reverse game.
Alvarez, I just feel like every opportunity he's been given, he seizes.
It's that dog in him. He's got that dog in him.
For both club and country, though. Yeah. Country, he wasn't starting at the World Cup, worked his way in. By the final, he was one of the most crucial players. This season, every time he comes into that City team, whether they're asked to play right wing, second striker to Haaland, step in for Haaland, every single time he delivers and performs. And, bro, I think there's a serious player there.
There is a serious player. There is a serious player. For them to get him for 15 mil and
14. 1-4, bro.
I signed him before Haaland.
Signed him before Haaland, yeah. Like, he's a very good striker. And I see people hating on him, saying, he's not got this, he's not got that.
He hasn't got a standout. I was seeing that chat over the last week.
And it's crazy because now City have this problem on their hand. And I've said it before, when Arsenal didn't have Jesus and we was playing Nketiah and everyone was like, we should have bought a better second striker. And I was saying, there's only one team in world football that has 2 elite strikers. And the backup striker is elite, and that's Man City. The problem they're going to have now is, Alvarez is going to get to an age where he's like, I need to be playing every week.
Do you not remember when Aguero first came? Do you remember when Aguero first came? It was a little bit like that because they had Dzeko and Tevez. And I remember Aguero was like playing and chipping in and scoring. But then the next year he said, I'm taking. I feel like next year Alvarez.
But then you've got this freak of nature who's playing ahead of him.
50 goals.
Greatest goal scorer in Premier League history. I said it like within the first 10 games of the season. I
saw Trudista tweet it as well. I saw Trudista tweet it the other day as well. Injury free, if he stays in the Premier League his whole City career, how many seasons does it take him to break Alan Shearer's record? And if you go off maths, if you go off maths,
don't joke
5 years.
No, if you go off maths, it's 7 seasons. He's already scored 35 Premier League goals. If you do the maths, 260 goals.
He's 7 seasons.
He's not saying 7 seasons. No, he's not saying.
But like,
what does Alvarez do next season or the season after when Haaland is still there and Haaland's scoring 50, 60 goals in a season?
Guess what? This is going to be Pep's next challenge.
That's
the same way last season it was.
I'm going to play 2 strikers.
Last 2 strikers.
No, he's bringing back 4-4-2. He's bringing back 4-4-2.
And already the back four, he's kind of already alluding to that.
He's made it a Sam Allardyce back four.
You, Pep will find a way to figure out. Because Grealish last year, we was looking at like 100 mil. Oh, he's a flop. Pep.
Yeah.
Oh my God, how is he going to figure this one out? This season, who's talking about that?
I want to know.
Every time there's a player there for something to figure out, don't worry. Pep
But
will
with
figure
him
it
though,
out.
cool. But with him, yeah, where would he play though? Cool. Let's try
second striker.
Let's
Haaland.
look ahead. Where's he going to play?
Julian Alvarez.
The only position I can see him playing is when Gundo leaves. He plays in Gundo's position.
You can't replace Gundo.
You can't replace Gundo.
No. Yes, but
Gundo's gonna leave, but
I get
you
what
have
you
to
mean,
build
though.
a whole new role because no one can play like
exactly.
Gundogan.
Do you know?
100%. I agree with you.
Do you know
Tweak it a
where
little bit.
Alvarez is going to play next season? If they do fit him into the lineup, he's going to do exactly what Gabriel Jesus used to do.
On the right.
And he's going to left, right, left wing back, wherever you can fit him in the lineup.
I mean, what position
he's going to play.
What position is he taking? Gundo's because Gundo's is gone.
If for next season, what position is he actually going to play?
No, it's like he could be Gundo.
I'm not sure. You know,
Or
I'm not sure.
Or move Bernardo from or even Bernardo's rumored team.
Bernardo don't start like that.
No, but every
I
season,
think-
Bernardo last couple of weeks he's been starting.
4-4-2,
Faisal,
Rodri and
Did it start
KDB.
last
3 years.
Oh, yeah,
last 3
yes,
years,
yeah.
every season Bernardo's been rumored to move, and then he plays every big game for Pep, and Pep comes out and says he's my favorite player to like ever work with. So like, what does happen?
I said about Foden as well. You think about Foden exists.
Yeah, Foden he's got
He needs to start when he's fit.
He just got his appendix taken out. Like,
That's how good City and Pep are. We're forgetting about Phil Foden.
Yeah, we're
And
talking about
he's
Jack
got
Grealish.
he's
we're
got
talking
a
about
right
Bernardo
to when he's
Silva.
fit. He's got a right to start.
Yeah.
He's got a right to want to start.
And this is why I said I can't see anyone
is Man
dethroning
City.
Man City. People are saying, "Oh, Man United buying getting bought by Qataris." You think these Abu Dhabi guys don't have money?
They're not.
You think these? No, forget. No,
Yeah.
But let's say Qataris do buy Man United. Yeah. You think?
I agree. I agree.
You think Man City don't have money?
For as
People-
long as Pep Guardiola's at Man City,
And they got the
the
sheikhs
Premier
behind
League
him saying, "Here's a blank check,
They're gonna be
brother.
good.
Here's
The
a
only
blank
people who I
check."
feel like can push
and he
Newcastle.
runs that club top to bottom.
Newcastle's the only team, and they need to sign a manager as good.
And Pep runs that club top to bottom,
Exactly.
like Ferguson, like Wenger did.
Exactly.
We don't have that these days, but Pep's the only one that like he runs it top to bottom, like upstairs,
Signings,
He
everything.
And
controls
even
everything.
the ones who are doing things, is it Tiki Berg?
Yeah, Tiki,
yeah.
all like his
boy,
guys.
that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
He bought him from
Soriano
Barcelona.
and
He bought him from
runs
Barcelona.
everything.
He's
Yeah.
doing everything.
City brought them years before.
Yeah. No, like they knew they had the
Yeah.
plan ready, but they brought him
He
from
runs it.
Barcelona.
And
The Catalonian-
Pep's obviously
no.
great and greatest, but it all comes from the Dutch. So big up to us.
Hey man, come on,
Oh.
man. You know, it's
Like,
like,
it all comes
take
from the
your W's where you can,
1970s.
you know what I'm
The hell, where the hell did this come from?
Hey,
It comes from
listen,
1970s. Rinus
Michaels, pass it
Total
down to
Football,
Cruyff.
Johan Cruyff.
Cruyff pass it down to Barca.
Pep had
Pep ate that.
Anything to make it by yourselves,
Pep
man.
ate
serious
that.
about- you man
This is
serious
true.
about it?
Messi ate that.
We're giving flowers to
Barcelona
Pep,
ate
and you
that.
lot are saying, "Here, take the
Spain
flowers."
ate
Pep
that.
got it from Johan
Listen.
Cruyff.
Johan Cruyff, man, a guy,
let's be
the guy who lost. What was it, 4-0 in the Champions League final? That was like Mourinho said.
Man,
Hey,
this is
safe,
Johan
man.
Back then, see,
Safe, man.
this is the beauty of it.
See?
Back then, it was the
Safe,
idea.
man.
They don't know.
It was the idea. They won the Champions League, if I'm not mistaken.
Ajax
with
won
Koeman.
Ajax won back to back.
I'm joking. I do mess with Cruyff.
Yeah,
You know
bro.
what I'm saying?
I see. I beg you, put the camera on Elias face.
They won the Champions League.
I do mess with Cruyff. I'm a Pep fanboy.
Put the camera. The moment he found out, he's like, shit.
Yeah. But with Ajax, won Champions League and stuff like that. But
But
so
I don't like how you two made it by yourselves.
because of both Dutch.
Come on, man.
Oh man, when's the
Don't
last
take
time you
it
went to
up.
Holland?
2016.
I'm not gonna
was
ask
2
you.
days
You
ago.
was there, but you was there for work. You went there for leisure.
No. I stayed there as well. I was at King's Day. I was
Leisure
there
saved me,
celebrating King's Day. I was in orange. Everyone was in orange.
I don't want to hear
Real
that, man.
Dutchman,
I don't
right?
wanna hear
I
that.
was
He
there.
just tapped me on my knee as well. He just tapped me on his knee.
No, I'm saying like it's
I'm not trying to have that, man. He was there beta squad, man. He was ducking from Arsenal sweat. That's what he was doing.
It was beautiful because obviously, like I said, like Pep had a teacher. Like it goes back, and obviously,
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
The idea becomes like now. Because what Pep's doing now is total football.
Yeah.
This wing back becomes a set in the mid, and then they go across. Kyle Walker comes in.
Well, let's not give
Osman.
credit for that. And
It's total football though.
No, what kills me
It's
is
a fragment of total
Pep,
football
how many times
that was being played in the 70s where Holland got to
Yeah.
back-to-back World Cup finals. 74,
How many
78.
times has Pep done total football? He done it for Barcelona.
Yeah.
Multiple times Barcelona.
Exactly. But where did he get it from Barcelona?
No, of course. No,
Let me
yeah.
ask you this though: would you look at that Barcelona team and look at this City team? Because I feel like it's the same animal but different beasts.
Yeah,
Almost, if that makes sense.
It
Like
is.
they do similar things, but they're completely
That's when you have a
different.
philosophy, it's
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah,
follow
it's like
every
the
club you go to.
principles are
And it's always the same core as well. It's that same DM, that mold, Rodri Busquets mold. Even with Bayern, it was the Xabi Alonso, Kimmich
press.
mold. The two centre backs who play with
When you
their
imagine,
back.
you know what you need, so you go, cool,
Yeah.
this is the profile. So you
Yeah.
have the 11, you're like, this
Yeah.
is the profiles I need. So the player in this role has to be between this age and this age, preferably. I want it to be right foot. I want it to be like this kind of build. I want it to be this kind of player. The player in this position plays next to him. I want it to be a smaller player. Like you have, you know. So when you go to a new club, You got a profile set
Template.
out. Now you have 5. The scouts go and look for those players. You have 5 or 6 of them that fits those. You build it. That's how.
I see what you said. Different team, but same
beast,
team but different beast. Messi, Haaland, just
you're right.
Two complete.
Now he's got that.
Two complete different beasts.
That's what I always felt like he was missing at City. The unicorn piece. I always felt like he had like this perfect cog and machine that he built, and like, yes, this is my lab. I've got it. But now he's got that one unicorn piece, and everyone was always like, he ain't gonna be able to fit this in.
Yeah.
Now that he's done it,
it's mental that people are saying Haaland doesn't
He's
fit.
won Premier Leagues with different kind of squads, different kind of roles. So he's won a whole season with no striker. A Premier League. He's won this with like an Aguero. He's won like he will change it. Once he win, like the saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
For him, it ain't broken. He's still fixing it.
Yeah.
He's breaking it and fixing it. Like I said, he's making problems so he can solve it. He gets bored. He's like, you know what? This is too perfect. This is boring. Let me now, for half a season experiment, bring in Rico Lewis, a 17-year-old kid, play him there, drop this guy. I can say, look, everyone's talking about him. Drop. And then let me do this. Now I'm going to play 4 centre-backs all at the back and put a Kanji left back. I'm doing this.
Let me badmouth Kyle Walker, play him.
Diaz and Laporte can send the bench for half the season. I'm going to play Aki and Kanji, centre-back partnership for like half the season. Like what? And he's now still winning the league.
He's a crazy man.
And he's an
evil scientist, man. He's an evil scientist.
I can't believe it. And we haven't even spoken about the actual game, the Fulham game, but we don't need to. I mean, Vinicius scored a good goal. Harry Wilson, very good assist.
That was an amazing setback. That was an amazing setback. I love those.
And next week, another Vinicius is going to score against them as well.
The best Vinicius scored the other day.
Yeah, the better Vinicius scored.
Yeah. Next week, another Vinicius is going to score against them.
But it was only 2-1.
And that's what I mean. That was a couple of defensive mistakes there. Bro, like I said, there is weaknesses.
Who would see? Defensive mistakes.
Edison Howler. Edison's got howlers in him. But a lot.
I agree with that.
Edison's got...
does. Alisson's the best goalkeeper in the world. Alisson made mistakes.
Yeah, bro. Every keeper now, every ball-playing goalkeeper now has that. Courtois has that problem in him. Yeah,
correct,
and you see it. Every goalkeeper has it.
And I feel like the person that can really, really expose the house. Well, I'm not trying to bring it to us, but no, it is kind of because I'm trying to tell you about the weaknesses. Yeah. It's Benzema.
You're building up your game against them. This is good.
Benzema is the person that manages and take advantage of the mistakes. He's done it in the past. Donnarumma, Mendy. He's done it in the past, bro, and he will do it against them. Wallahi, man, I feel like this City team, and this might sound crazy the way I'm going to say it now. They're getting too much respect, and I feel like I get it. Just slow it down a little bit. Just slow it down. Yes, they're sick, but calm down.
Are you gonna go to the game?
They ain't that sick.
Are you gonna go to the game?
I'm planning to go to the Etihad.
Scenes when it's 3-0 in the first 45 minutes. Absolute scenes.
They smoked Bayern Munich 3-0. They smoked Bayern.
Absolute.
Well, that's Bayern. They're Madrid, bro.
Bro, you lot, Ancelotti, and you've said it for the last year and a half. Tactically, he's not the best, right?
We're not the best.
So what's helping you lot beat them if they are superior tactically and you're
the Champions League?
Like you said before, that heritage runs out, man.
No.
Heritage runs out, man.
We always think it does, and it doesn't.
I'll be real.
Just like we're talking about City, 5 in the last 6 Premier League. That's what I'm doing in Champions League, bro.
I'll be real, bro. The moment that anthem sings, bro, I'm telling you, our players they turn to different beasts, wallah. They're different human beings. Especially certain
every season
players as well.
Every season with Madrid, I'm like, they're gonna win it. Like they're that team. This is the one.
Said it last season.
I don't think I was on the podcast when
we
was talking about
them last season.
Last season,
no. I'm saying when it comes to crunch time, I'm like, the football heritage there, the Champions League heritage there for Real Madrid, especially that route.
Shall I be real?
Like when you won those 2 games and then you got to the semi-final, I was like, these are the way they've got.
The way they've come to it. I thought last year was almost like. You're right. I didn't think they would do it last year because of the hell's role they had as well. It was like PSG, Chelsea.
That run,
I was like, it ain't no way they're going to do it. Liverpool. Then I felt like that win against City was almost like your last heritage check you're going to cash. That 2-minute magic that where, let's be honest, City were even better in most of the game. And it was like, they should have walked away with that. And I was like, this is going to be the last. And guess what? Enjoy it. Go and win it. Killer's role as well. Yeah. But I feel like this year, it's going to be the Ancelotti. He has to leave this year. Watch. Yeah. Give it a couple of seasons. You'll be hearing that on here.
He's been saying it. He's been saying it.
No, I know.
He's been wanting to say it.
He'll be saying, why we wait until the end of the season? We should have done it in January.
He gets hate for it. You get hate for saying Ancelotti.
He's saying next. Bro, I'm telling you, Premier League, City hasn't faced anyone in the Premier League like Vinicius Jr. City hasn't faced anyone in the Premier League the profile.
Individual brilliance. What if he has an off day?
He ain't gonna have an off day.
If Vinny has an off day.
All right, cool. Vinny has an off day. Cool. My bro, his twin, Rodrigo.
He's not twins,
And
man.
I'm telling you,
Rodrigo's scarier at the Champions League.
Listen, Rodrigo's nice. I like him. But him and Vinny, that's apple and oranges, man.
Benzema's now, the last month, 3 hat-tricks. He's back as...
Against who? Elche and them, man.
Against who?
No, I'm joking.
Against Liverpool.
I remember that one.
Anfield. Anfield.
I'll leave it. I remember. I forgot that one. I can't lie.
Cool. And who else then? You got behind him, Fede. Kevin Wenger. But I'm telling you,
I hate hearing this Fede guy's name, man.
I'm telling you, there is ways.
Rodri crashes it on Fede's head. Yeah.
Maybe we can do a video. I don't want to say too much because I might speak for 20. I might speak for 20, 30 minutes. But I'm telling you right now, there is ways. I'm seeing. I see the vision. First leg, the only advantage which City has, it's not even footballing advantage. It's scheduled advantage. It's the fact that the first leg is a Bernabeu and not Etihad. That's the only advantage they have. Last season, what made a fortune for us? Every second leg, Bernabeu. So you had we had the thing. This is the first time in the last years now.
You got set in the first
second leg. Exactly, we have to set in the first. But that's not going to be enough for them. I know Pep. And Pep knows me.
Too far. He did the same tongue in the week as well.
That's not true. I didn't even trust it.
Yeah, he did it, bro.
Oh, bad B.
All right, well, I don't know how it turned into City Madrid, but yeah, that was the City Fulham game. Couple different facts. City have now won twice as many Premier League games in London as Chelsea have in 2023. That's crazy.
Chelsea are bums, man. I hate that.
Alvarez, obviously, we know how well he played. He had 6 touches in the opposition box, 3 duels won, 3 possessions won, and a goal. Haaland is the first player to score 50-plus goals across all competitions in a single English top-flight season since 1931.
Still not done.
Yeah, and he's still got plenty of games
left. Like 10 potential games.
He's still got plenty.
Is he in Premier League goals?
How many is on now?
35,
yes.
In the Prem?
Yeah, he's got 5 games.
No, he's tied now. 34.
He's
34.
He's tied now. 34.
6, you guys think 40?
Yeah.
There's
6 games left. He'll get 6 and 6. It's fine. That's normal.
I want him to do it. I want to see 40.
Of course, bro. Like, it's ridiculous.
Witness of greatness.
Yeah, and obviously with his numbers in that game, 7 touches in the opposition box, 4 duels won, 2 chances created, 2 possession ones, and a goal. And Hasib put on end here, discuss Sharky's percentage now. So we're going to move on there.
Where's it? Percentage?
It was 3% after the Arsenal City game. And then now City played Fulham. 2%.
I
hear it.
Of course. Bro, we were above them, like 8 points clear with a game in hand and shit like that. Now they're above us, and they got a game in hand. It's done. So basically,
life comes at you quick, innit?
Yeah,
he went from 80 to 2.
Love it.
Mad, innit?
In the space of what, a month? I think
a couple months. Yeah, a couple months. Scary, innit?
You can't go winless 4 games in a row.
Mad,
this
Champions League.
This ain't right. You shouldn't be putting humans through this.
This is crazy, bro.
It's insane.
Bro, I tweeted it like 2 months ago. I don't know how Liverpool done this for 3 years.
That's what I'm saying.
How did Liverpool go through this for 3 years?
Was right. Liban, unfortunately, was right. Like, it hurts. Fu saying, Sharky, I've been there. No, trust me. And I'm laughing. I'm saying, bro, we're not the same as you. We're 8 points clear. No, Sharky, listen, Sharky. I've been through this. I've experienced this. When City are behind you, you just hear, like, I hear this in my dreams now. Like, everything Fuzi was saying is right. Now I know what he's talking about.
Yeah, no. I dream about Haaland sometimes.
I know. It's like with his hair out as well. Swinging his hair, swinging his hair.
Nah, no wet dream.
You know,
that's about Grealish.
It's like when your parents. It's like when your parents tell you something repeatedly when you're young, and you don't listen, and then you reach 18, 19, and they know what they were saying was right.
Oh shit!
You're like, oh shit, they were right.
Yeah.
It's like that. Fuzi's my daddy. My parent.
Hey yo, what made you go with that verse?
Why daddy?
Like my parent.
He put extra D on it as well. He put extra D on it.
Daddy.
Yeah.
Daddy.
It was like 3 Ds on it.
Let's move on to the next.
2 Ds extra.
Zaddy. Let's move on to the next game.
I'm not surprised as well.
Oh man.
Let's move on to the next game. And that just happened today. Leicester versus Everton. That was a relegation 6-pointer. Big game.
2-2. That was a big game.
There was only 1 point between them before the game. There's only 1 point between them after the game. So it's still interesting down there. The game finished 2-2, and it could have been a Leicester win had Maddison scored his penalty. And it could have been an Everton win if Calvert-Lewin scored a tap-in.
Do you know how crazy it is that?
It was a crazy game.
How crazy it is that Pickford stayed in the middle. You never see keepers stay in the middle for anyways. Like,
apparently he had it.
You saw it at the end of the game. He had a water bottle with all the percentages on it of like where they're gonna go. And yeah, for a keeper to stay in the middle, that's like uncharted territory. Yeah, you never meant to stay in the middle as a keeper. You meant to die.
Yeah, I agree.
Like who could? That's.
I feel like it's now becoming more trend now. The easiest penalties is just like if you're scared to shoot a penalty,
go down the middle. But that's what Emmy Martinez is separate. But I saw a video of Emmy Martinez recently. He did. It was like that podcast. It's talking about penalty saving and stuff like because you know how good he's at penalty shootouts. And he said in the World Cup final, after he saved a penalty, I don't know which one he saved. He said the next penalty was Dybala, I think, and he told Dybala to go down the middle because what happens is. When a goalkeeper saves a penalty, the next goalkeeper who up next feels pressured, has to dive away because he needs to save. If your team just missed and you're the keeper, you're not staying in the middle. You know, you're thinking I'm going to dive. So I'm like, now it's pressure. I have to save a penalty. So if your keeper saves a penalty and then you walking up next, go down the middle because you're more likely to score. And Emmy said it, and I'm thinking, why is he exposing this like psychology of goalkeeping penalties? But it's mad interesting. But that's in a penalty shootout scenario.
Emmy pisses me off a lot.
Why?
Just everything about his persona.
You don't like shithousery?
It just pisses me off. Like that what he did in the World Cup, annoyed the hell.
That's why they won it.
I love it. I love it, man.
He was a hero in the penalty shootout against Netherlands. He was hero against Netherlands. He was hero in the final.
After as well, in the parade.
Amazing.
And parade, like Mbappe goal.
Oh, it's because you think Mbappe's going to Real Madrid. So he's already cashing in his Emmy hate for Mbappe. Now. So when Mbappe watches SDS, he's like, I like this guy.
Gotcha. You're playing 3D chess.
And do you remember he tweeted recently he wants to interview a Real Madrid player, it might be Mbappe. So when they do the background check, he's like, the guy already hates Emmy.
Yes. He qualifies. Hey.
You got me.
You figured me out.
But staying on this Leicester Everton game, what do we think? Which one of them is going down, or are both of them going down?
Everton are definitely going down.
I don't think either of them
they are there or they're not.
They are. I was of the mindset that like Dyche should come in, save them, but they just don't have enough quality to stay up, in my opinion. They don't have enough key pieces. I feel like Calvert-Lewin scored today as well, didn't he? Penalty. But Sito, I just feel like those are the kind of moments where crunch time.
That's what makes the relegation race battle fun now because a lot of them play each other in the last few games.
Plenty of 6-pointers.
Yep.
Plenty of 6-pointers.
Today was one of them.
I hope this is the first relegation zone mashup that goes to the last day. We haven't had a last day. Two places up for grabs.
If it looks like this, in the last day, we
need two up for grabs on the last day.
Because right now, Southampton look like they're done, right? Yeah. Leicester, Leeds, Forest, and Everton. There's 4 of them, and 2 of them need to go down. But all 4 of them, there's 1 point between the 4 of them.
Yeah, I feel like for me, I agree. I think Everton's going down, and I feel Leeds, it's enough.
I think it's Leeds and Nottingham Forest for me. I think that Neco Williams injury for Nottingham Forest is big. Out for the rest of the season, broke his jaw.
Well, they can bring
out for the rest.
Serge Aurier. Yes, he's.
No, but Neco Williams for them as their centre back was he's a big thing for them.
Right back, no?
As their right back was like a big thing for them. Like Serge Aurier, he's got that bozo in him.
He does, but then I don't know. Nottingham Forest, he has had some good games as well.
And then Leeds about to sack Javi Gracia.
I feel like
that's why they're going.
And they're going to bring in Big Sam for the last 4 games of the season.
Yo, you lot, these Big Sam stocks, man. Yeah, man. We got to stop lying.
That's the same as Roy Hodgson, though. Look at us. Look what happened.
Woy is different.
Woy.
I can't lie. I was laughing when they signed him. He's been revelation.
We can get to that.
He might need to take that Chelsea job next season.
We'll get there.
We'll get to that one. But he's on stuff. But
I agree, bro. This
Everton 2-2.
This Everton side is got no quality, bro.
Zero quality.
And that second goal, which Vardy scored, bro. That bad pass from what was Iwobi who misplaced the pass, and of course Madison.
Yep.
Bro, they've got no quality. Like that midfield's got no technical ability. Iwobi, Onana.
Up front, all you've got.
I would say no technical ability. Iwobi's a very technical player, but I know what you mean.
I know what you mean. That's not flair to it. That's not
midfield controllers.
They control. Yes.
Yes. They don't have someone that's going to pick up the ball from the back foot. Yeah,
there isn't. No. Who do you expect? Like, cool, take it and then progress with it.
Of course. But that's Sean Dyche.
They thought that was going to be Andre Gomez.
Yeah, and it should have been Andre Gomez. He was a baller. But
it was a dead
son.
I liked him.
cracked his leg.
Yeah, I liked him.
Never been the same since.
And people say he's a nice guy.
Well, he cried after he broke his leg, so.
I shouldn't have said that, you know. I leave
Don't give him ammo.
That's one of the biggest myths in the history of football. For people to classify him as a nice guy. Nice guy.
Why is he not a nice guy?
Nice guy. What?
Well, you know his character now. Look at this.
He didn't buy a yard from him. He didn't buy a yard from him.
Come on, man.
He didn't buy a yard from him.
Biggest myth in football.
He knows him personally. He probably said, "F you, I'm not buying that media yard from you."
I do agree. I do.
That's what he probably told him. I'm not buying no media yard from Faisal.
He's talking like he spat in his face.
Who? Son, I think he did, bro.
There's something. There's something, and you. There's one day it's gonna come out, and we're all gonna laugh.
Yeah.
We're all because I know now it's tedious.
Oh yeah.
I can tell.
I got it.
It's tedious.
I got it.
There's no way.
No, it's not.
He was on TikTok live.
It's
with
not.
He was
So
on
there is
TikTok live.
something.
He was on TikTok live with a female. Son was in the background. He heard she was on TikTok live with Faisal. He said, "Yo, come off." He then found out she came off because he was trying to rizz her up. He found out that it was because of that. So he took a girl from him.
Aye.
Okay, listen.
Is this what's happened?
Okay, listen.
I knew it.
No, listen,
I
you did
knew
Is this
it.
what's happened?
No,
I
listen,
knew it.
listen.
I knew. No, we got you.
No,
We got you. It's too late.
It
It's too
worked.
late.
It worked in the Mbappe thing. No. This one, I don't know where you went on that one.
We got you. We got you. We got you.
It's a different dunya, fam.
No. Son got your girl.
It worked once, man.
Son got your girl. Son got
Stay
your
there,
girl.
man. It's gonna be like Pep. I can do it again.
He was on the stairs like this.
The Marvin's room at the back.
Yeah. Let's stay on the Leicester Everton game because Madison did miss a penalty, and obviously he's now missed more penalties in the Premier League than he scored.
Yeah, he needs to chill out with the penalty.
Oh, really?
He's taken
chill out.
3. He's missed
Wait,
2.
Vardy was on the pitch. Why the hell did he take the penalty?
Interesting question.
Yeah, Vardy was like he was the blaster penalty guy. He was I'm gonna lick it, and he's going
He's
in.
taken 3. He's missed 2, scored 1 in his Premier League career.
Yeah, no, he's done for penalties, man. He's done. Well, if I'm manager, I'm saying, brother.
Yeah, no more.
Once
But-
you,
but-
I
but-
feel-
but-
Even if he picks up the
like
ball, I'm
once
saying.
you miss more than 2 in a season, you're off
Yeah.
duty.
No. If he picks up the ball,
But it makes
Take
sense. It makes sense for them to give it. Like, I'm trying to keep you. Please don't go.
he's gone in the summer.
Here's set pieces just to
No,
convince you
he's
to
gone in the
stay.
summer.
It makes sense.
Newcastle, that Arab money is going straight into his
That's
pocket,
dumb because all you're gonna do is inflate his numbers and make his demand more.
which is smart as well.
You know the XG for that game was, or combined XG was 6.24, the highest combined expected goals for any match this season. Most chances.
But Everton missed they missed 2
I'll say it was the
sitters, and
highest-
penalty miss as well.
Yeah, and it finished 2-2, and it could have been 3-3, 4-4 based on XG. Like it was mad game.
Can I ask you guys a question about Vardy? I read something on Twitter the other day.
Premier League great.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a Premier League.
Is he? But another question: is he a bigger great than Harry Kane?
He's got a better Premier League career. Than
He's
Harry
got a
Kane,
better Premier League career,
for
but
sure.
no, Harry Kane's gonna.
Why is this always a comparison?
Harry Kane's
Yeah.
I don't get it.
like
I find it mad that Harry Kane gets hate because he's generally one of the best strikers. to ever
career
touch
and
the Premier
ability is
League.
different. I think Harry Kane's a better striker than Jamie Vardy, but Jamie Vardy's achieved more. He's got a bigger legacy.
No one in their right mind who watches football with their eyes is picking
I've got you on
Kane.
that one.
Why?
Is picking Vardy over
Leave
Kane.
it. Leave it. I've got you on that one. So wait. So you just repeat the last line that you just said.
What did I say? I think Harry Kane's a better striker.
No. You mentioned about
Premier
the
League career.
accolades. Yeah, the accolades.
Yeah, his
it
career.
helps.
He's had a better career.
Okay. Now Steven Gerrard.
Yep.
All right, Steven Gerrard.
Yeah.
Is he a Premier League great?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I can bring you a couple of players who in your opinion, should be classified over Steven Gerrard.
Are you going to bring up like players like Scott Parker?
Go
and
on.
that, just
Go,
'cause
go,
they've
go.
won the Premier
I'll
League?
be
Like,
like-
Go,
Yeah.
I've never. My stance hasn't changed. Go.
Why doesn't it? Why is it not about to change when you just said?
Go on then.
Who's the players?
Go
I wanna
on,
hear the
you-
players.
You're saying you got me.
I'm
You
gonna
get
give
me.
you a couple players.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you the bait ones, of course.
Cool.
KDB, of course.
Yeah, of course, the Premier League great.
Lampard. No, above Steven Gerrard.
As a Premier League legend,
As a
yeah.
Premier League
Yeah.
above.
Yeah.
There's difference between who's a better player, like I said, and who's had a better career. I just said Harry Kane, I think, is a better striker than Vardy.
I
Vardy's
agree.
had a better Premier League career. So it's going to be the same thing. I don't know what you're trying to get because it's the same thing. When you say Lampard, Gerrard, whatever, I want to say Gerrard's a better player than Lampard,
him.
but Lampard's had a better career.
Get him, boy.
Nothing's
Get him.
changed from what I'm saying.
Get him.
Don't twist it.
Get him, Sharky.
Don't twist it. man.
Get him.
All this
Get him.
verbal rigmarole.
Yeah, all this verbal rigmarole.
Hey, don't twist it. Don't twist it.
I'm not twisting nothing. I just said the same thing. The same.
Get him.
Who's had a bigger Premier League?
Okay, yeah.
Harry Kane or Vardy?
Who's had a better Premier League career?
Yes. Who's
Jamie Vardy.
Of course, because he's won the Premier League.
Yes.
Yeah,
okay?
he's won the
Who's had a
Premier
bigger Premier League career?
But Harry Kane is 208 Premier
That's
League
what I'm
goals.
saying.
So how the hell does
But
Vardy, how is Vardy better than that?
Jamie Vardy's also had
Accolades,
golden
bro.
boot.
It's accolades,
But if you're going by solo accolades, Jamie Vardy's also had like 2-3 Premier League golden boots as well, top goal scorer. So it's
Jamie
like,
Vardy has what?
he's got Premier League golden boot. He's
got one.
At least got 2. It's got at least 2, surely. Because I got 1.
We need Statman C.
might have
No,
two.
we got Statman C behind the
I
camera.
can get it out.
Yeah, he's got his glasses
I
on.
can guarantee you Kane got more.
Yeah, I'm
No,
not
of course
I'm
Kane
not
got
saying
more.
Kane has
Yeah,
got. I'm
okay.
not saying Kane
He's
has
just
got
trying to use
Vardy's
it
got one.
But
to his
Vardy's
advantage.
also
yeah.
got Premier League
Vardy's
Golden
got
Boot. Of course, but then on top of that one, he's also got the Premier League and the FA Cup. So you know what I mean?
nice.
Yeah,
It's cute.
He's got one.
Hey, Cook.
Hey.
He's got one. Yeah, but
Jack of the game.
I do think James Vardy's had a better Premier League career. He's won the Premier League. That shows.
But the
that
question
And he was
I don't
key in the
get it.
Premier League
My
title as well.
question to you
Yes.
is he higher than Harry Kane?
High in what terms?
I think when Harry Kane...
Is he a better footballer? Is he a better striker than Harry Kane?
All
No.
he's saying, look. If there's a Mount Rushmore of greats,
Yes.
and the greatest of greats, let's say Premier League greats, is Thierry Henry.
Yes.
On that mountain, as we ascend, who sits higher, Kane
then
or Vardy?
Everyone knows I judge players different to other people judge players.
Okay, where do you have them though? Who is higher on your mountain?
When it's all said and
Kane
done, and Harry
or
Kane
Vardy?
has the most Premier League goals ever, Harry Kane is higher than James Vardy for me.
Your question is answered. Thank you very much. No worries.
Yeah, and then now, so you're acting like you. So
I've
I've
succeeded.
achieved your
I've
point.
succeeded.
Did you get me?
I've succeeded. No.
Then enlighten me how you got me, because I want to know.
So how did you get him?
I've
I want to know how you got him.
I want to feel like I just got.
No, there was.
I got to hurt it. Now let's
No,
get
You
there
the
was.
second bit.
you got a smiling face of satisfaction, but I don't feel like I got. Like, when
Yeah,
I get,
yeah.
like,
I can't lie, you
because
didn't
anyone in the room
Because
knows
of Gerrard thing. You brought up the Gerrard thing.
Because you changed your stance.
How?
You changed your stance. Initially, you were saying Vardy before. That's why I brought
your
Gerrard
question
thing.
wasn't clear to me. Because I'm like, are you trying to say who do I think is a better player? Are you trying to say who's had a better
Okay,
career? It's different answer
okay,
for
fair,
what question
okay,
it is.
okay.
That's why I'm confused.
But now,
I've broken it down. I said this person.
You would only hold on. But the question, you would only put Harry Kane above him once he breaks Sherritt's record.
Because I think because he will.
Okay.
And,
he will.
and neither of their Premier League
I
players are
already
done.
said, I think even if Kane gets 0 Premier League trophies, but he's the top goal scorer of all time, and everyone knows how good he is as well. I think he's very high up in the.
Okay.
And a lot of people, no one agrees with me because they always say you need that trophy to couple it with. I'm like, you
No,
don't.
yeah. The reason why I asked it is because I saw people on Twitter saying a lot of people actually saying that Vardy's gonna have a greater Premier League career than Harry Kane. But
He's won a Premier League. He's got an FA Cup. He's done a lot.
Vardy for me has like a great story.
He's got
He's got one of the most unique.
If you ask me whose
stories.
career would I rather have and be happy with after I retired, Vardy, because the story.
Of course.
He came to the Premier League
Would
at
you?
27. I think so. Because
Rather than be your country's all-time top goal scorer and potentially the league's.
that's the thing. They're both stories. They're both different stories. Like, what story would you like? Because
One of greatness or one of a nice little, come up. I used to be above the
folklore,
builder.
yeah, folklore.
Now I've got a couple of
Yeah,
Red Bulls.
Vardy
Give me
was-
some
yeah.
sinners.
Vardy's was like folklore.
Let me shoot a penalty hard. Yeah. Come on.
Yeah, but that.
Okay, skim it. Vardy the party. Let's have a party.
Let's have a party party. Party party.
But you're downplaying what he's done though. Like it's jokes. It's funny. You're downplaying what he's done. It's
crack.
It's the league.
That is a crap.
It's the league win with Leicester. And Leicester are a much smaller team than Spurs. And Leicester were in
that
League
league
One
win was
a few
also
years
bigger
ago.
than Vardy. It was Mahrez, it was Kante, it was
It
Drinkwater.
was also Vardy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It
it's
was
also
Schmeichel.
Vardy.
Schlupp.
Yeah, but
We ain't forget the OGs.
yeah, of course, no.
Yeah, but everybody. It was
Danny
going like
Simpson.
it
Don't
was
forget about Danny Simpson.
Mercer as well. Like you have to name everyone that was involved.
Hey, big up.
Mercer was sitting right there. He was a steward. Like everyone's
He was
involved in the
steward.
club.
No, he was part of it.
No,
'Cause
bro.
if he didn't stop the fans from going onto the pitch, they might not have won the Premier League that season.
Exactly.
Yes.
But it was everyone. But
The
listen,
Mercer
it's
involved. I feel like he deserves a.
different. The badge. Mercer's badge. I don't
we
know
need
if
to get
it's
rid
in
of
the
that, man.
shop.
That's actually.
You know
what I hate about Mercer? Can I-
Season Leicester on the league that he was wearing as a
That's
steward.
mad.
No, can I be honest? Okay, that's very nice sentimental, yeah. But do you know what I hate about Mercer, yeah? From Leicester, yeah, and he supports Arsenal. I hate that.
Glory hunting.
I hate that, man. You should have been there.
Brother. The
should
guy
have been
opposite
there.
you supposed to Real Madrid.
I washed my hands with this guy a couple of years ago.
It's different. It's different. You know why? No, it's different. He's born. Where's Mercer born?
Born and bred
Where's
Leicester.
you born?
There's one in Norway.
Huh?
Oh,
One in
snap.
Norway.
Okay, it doesn't.
Hella Scandinavian.
foreign.
What's
He's a
going on,
foreign
fam? Hella Scandinavian. What's going on there? What's all this?
Where was he born?
Norway.
Damn. Whoa.
But it's different. Cool.
I might be the only one in this room born here.
You are.
Where you?
Or in this on the table.
No way.
On the table.
No way. At least they had coverage.
I like forgetting about
of
you.
the Premier League. I didn't have no coverage in Premier League back in Iraq, fam. It was tough times back then. Tough times, fam.
It's mental. He couldn't get Premier League, but he could get the best team in the world.
Yeah.
Now I find that mad. Like,
You get Madrid in it.
yeah, I find it mad.
Real Madrid TV in it.
Yeah, Real Madrid TV was top
tough
tier.
times,
Oh,
bro.
top tier.
Like at the Zero,
Elite.
it was tough times, bro. If you had more money, cool, they'll throw you a couple of Serie A games.
Yeah, cool.
I had no money,
I
man.
respect that.
The games where you thought Pella was in 6.
because it was right because the TV was inverted.
Oh yeah.
It was the deepest midfielder because it's inverted.
Team was inverted.
Bro, it's black and white.
He didn't even know which Milan he was playing for.
He saw stripes.
He saw San Siro and he's like, damn, which one's
Newcastle. He was Newcastle. All the black and white stripes.
Chill. I was that Paul. Chill.
He thought Inzaghi was Alan Shearer.
He thought he saw Alano on the pitch. No, Solano. He thought he saw Noberto Solano on the pitch.
At one point I did still.
What we talk about Leicester Everton? Jeez. There's not much more to say about this game. To be fair, they drew. They're both no better off in the table than they were before. They both same amount
It's
of
still a
points.
crucial
away from
point
each
though
other.
for both of them.
I mean,
Every point at this stage of the season is big
yeah,
for
but
either team.
against each other.
Yeah,
you
I
need
know,
to beat
yeah,
each other.
yeah.
It'll be good if it's a
This
point
is an
against
L.
another team.
Yeah, this
Against
is
each
an L.
other, it does nothing for them.
Yeah,
They're
it's an
both
L.
the
Yeah.
same amount of points away from each other. And you're saying out of these two, do any of them go down? Do both go down?
I think neither of them go down.
Neither of them. That's the interesting one.
Yeah.
You think Everton go down?
I think
Guaranteed.
Everton go down. Yeah.
Everton's going down.
You think Everton down, but Leicester stay up?
Yes.
Leicester go up. Leeds is going down.
Yeah.
It changes every week. I can't lie.
Same. I
Yeah,
can't
it changes
lie.
every week. But
Everton's
this
been
week,
the only one
today-
I've been a little bit more consistent on.
The 2nd of May, 2023, I'm saying is Southampton, Nottingham Forest, and Leeds going down. I think Leeds have too much problems within the club at the moment for them to stay up.
Yeah.
And they don't have that much quality.
So you're saying Leeds and Forest?
Yeah, Leeds and Forest with Southampton.
Leeds
are
and
going
Everton.
Same.
Yeah.
I'm saying Everton. I'm saying Forest and Leeds. I think Everton might sneak.
Oh, so
I
you
think
with me?
I believe in Sean Dyche, man.
The same. I believe in Sean Dyche. I believe they have that inch of quality that they
Do you
need.
know what the thing is though? I think even if Everton go down, they stick with
Need more
Sean
inches,
Dyche,
yeah.
and that rebuild is good under Sean Dyche, honestly. So
Yeah.
That went over my head. What did you say?
I said,
No, don't repeat it. I have a feeling.
listeners, if you guys heard it, you heard it. If you didn't hear it, you didn't hear it.
All right, next we have Man United versus Aston Villa. Man United versus Aston Villa. Unai Emery had a great record going into this game. He hadn't lost in ages. Went to Old Trafford, and
Bro, she was still laughing. Damn.
I think they went 19 games in a row scoring, right? Or was it 20?
Yeah.
19 games in a row scoring.
scored in every single game.
Which is like the most for a new manager ever.
Every single
in history
game
of Premier
since he
League.
became Villa manager.
Yeah, they've
19
scored.
games in a row. They've scored a goal until
And-
What I hate is that
they haven't
Man
lost
United
since
stopped them.
Arsenal in February.
I hate that it's Man
Since he
United.
joined, I think he had the third best record in the Premier League.
Their last loss,
Arsenal and City.
the City. Their last loss was against us. The one we did the last couple of goals in February, bro.
Yeah.
And what's that? The first couple of games that he joined? No?
No, he joined
No.
just before Christmas.
Just for the
I
World
think.
Cup.
Just before the World Cup.
Yeah.
Oh,
So he'd been there for like a couple months.
Yeah,
He'd been there for a couple
But yeah,
months.
so 1-0, Bruno Fernandes goal.
I hate that Man United
yeah.
broke their record, you know.
I can't lie to you, that celebration was cold though.
Yeah, no, I hear it.
I like
I hear it.
that silent.
I hear it. This guy's still dying behind the camera. It's been 5 minutes.
No. Merce asked what was it about. He messaged him and he's still laughing.
Come on, boys, I'm professional. I lost train of thought, go on.
We saw Bruno Fernandes celebration.
The celebration.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
no.
like
Yeah.
Cold celebration. Cold
I like
celebration. But people are saying he's too ugly to do that celebration. Which
I
I
hear that
find
as
is a bit
well.
harsh.
I hear that as well.
I find it a bit harsh.
I hear it though.
Like he does, bro.
Look,
but
that's
do
a
you know what's
face
crazy?
man celebration.
Do you know what's crazy?
But he's got
I
the
saw-
aura.
And that's the problem. Do you know what the thing is?
Yeah.
Bruno
got aura.
carries himself like he has aura, but he doesn't
Doesn't
have
have aura,
any.
fam.
It's almost
Yeah.
like all the shouting, the arm.
Yeah.
He wants to be seen
The
as
moaning,
like the
yeah.
champion, the leader, and the best player. And it's like
Even that clip of Jadon
there's just
Sancho saying
something
to him.
off. There's some that chain. I don't know. The watch is ticking. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
There's just something a little
I
bit
can't
off.
like if you know if,
I like him. I'm a huge fan of Bruno as well.
I'm a fan of Bruno.
if
as well. Even-
Savitzer did that celebration with the hairstyle.
Oh yeah. Rashford.
You
If
saying you
Rashford did that,
fancy a bit of Savitzer, yeah?
if Rashford did that celebration,
I caught him there. Miles was just glowing.
he was excited.
Savitzer.
He was like,
The trim
with the long hair.
yeah.
With the long hair.
Oh.
The table rised a
Yeah,
little bit.
no, you're right,
The table
yeah.
went up a little bit. I felt it. The table just went up a little bit there. Damn, Faisal, man. Damn.
So,
He's a bit excited.
who else? Who
Crazy.
else?
Who else gets you excited on that team? Lissandro? He gets you a bit excited on that team.
Sancho.
Oh, yeah, Jadon, yeah.
No.
And
don't
that,
think
even
there
with,
was a-
with Bruno, yeah. Even that clip of Jadon Sancho moaning,
Yo,
saying,
it's
stop moaning. You got him. You got him.
But in that game, I didn't think there was a lot in there. They
But Aston Villa played
1-0.
well,
I thought Aston Villa played
To be honest
better.
with you guys, didn't watch it. Didn't watch it. They didn't
if you saw
televise
the
it, man.
amount
I
of
hate
time-
that they don't televise those
I
kind of
can't lie
games.
to you, it's
That's a big game, you know.
Four-
You know that was a massive game. Like the
4
record of
kickoffs at
Villa.
2 o'clock.
Yeah, 4 kicks off 2 o'clock is
It
weird.
didn't help.
And I find it weird that in 2023, Sky Sports can't play 2 games at the same time.
But do you know what it is?
Like they have 9,
Remember they used to
they have
have
like
the
15
red
channels.
channel?
Yeah,
red
Where you
channel.
used to be able to split
even do
across.
that, split it.
I don't get
Even
it.
if there's no commentary, I don't care.
But stop.
Like something, just put it on.
Cut Sky Sport,
I
bro.
was watching the City game.
Bro, get beIN Sport, bro. Just flick it between the two.
No, I have had beIN Sport before, yeah, but I hate that I get a notification 10 minutes before they score.
Do you know what the Premier?
I hate that. beIN Sport is so behind. Like all these channels, they're so behind. I get when you're watching Real Madrid because you have no Real Madrid like people messaging like, oh my god, yeah. But with like these Premier League games, the Premier League games, I'll go on my chat. I'll get a ding.
But he's got beIN Sport Plus. Like he's got the update version.
Oh, you got a subscription?
Come on, he's
pay
on
for
the
it.
inside, bro, man.
Come on, man. It might not be on point.
I think he's got Real Madrid satellite. But no, I hate when it's like I'm watching beIN Sport and then I see Haaland scored and then I see FPL Haaland 6-second minute. I'm on the 60th minute still. What's going on?
It's 30 seconds.
Do you know what the Premier League really need to do, bro? They need to lock off Sky, Now TV, Amazon.
They won't, man.
Just get yourself a subscription package.
I would pay.
Let me tell you
For
something.
Now TV, I'm paying for Sky.
So many different services.
Amazon, I'm paying for BT. I'm paying for everything.
I'd pay £100
You're
a
never
month.
losing subscribers because you've got new games every week. You put all the archives on there. We're watching that all summer, bro. It's like I don't understand what the Premier League are waiting for, and instead we're having to fight over which game we're gonna watch 2 o'clock or whatever. It's a mess, bro. If the Premier League had their own platform, the way they would be eaten, and it's a growing audience. The Premier League never stops growing. So for me, it just makes sense. Put all the games on there. Let us choose what games you want to watch. There's been no 3 o'clock kickoffs for how long? Why? Because you're selling it to foreign broadcasters. Come on, brother.
You know what we can do?
What's that?
Just like what NBA does. You know what? Let's try and take a bit from
That's
NBA.
what I'm talking about.
NBA League Pass.
NBA have their own.
NBA League Pass where
you can watch your team only.
Yes, you can pay your team, couple of games, or everyone. You pay extra for that.
You know what's crazy? I reckon the Premier League get more money from all these other channels. Than if they open their own.
TV rights.
But if they open their own,
I don't think they've explored the option. I think the technology and everything is new. They haven't even looked at that, and that is almost like the classic way of pit them against each other. Whoever offers the biggest money, so, and that makes sense. You will win. But I think with this way, you're guaranteed almost a loyal fan. And guess what? This is your all own internal. Then you can start charging. All right, we already have our own base. We don't even need you lot. Now, if you want all these TV companies, if you want some Premier League action, you're going to have to pay supreme top dollar because our own product has now grown. It's a whole different animal they can become. They can actually become the dictators in that conversation rather than just...
I think they lose too much money, man.
Yeah, same.
They don't have.
I reckon they've explored the option. They've realized it would be such a big cash loss for
They
them.
don't have, man. They don't have a Florentino Perez.
I think the infrastructure is what they're worried about.
I think they're worried more of the short term than the long term. Long term, it would definitely make more money. Short term, I think they'll lose billions over the next like 5 years, and they're not trying to do that.
Also, clubs get money from
Yeah.
TV rights and stuff like that. So the clubs
Yeah.
get a bit less money.
They have to go to every club,
And now you can't sign players.
By the moment, who's got?
We end up like La Liga, where just Real Madrid and Barcelona run everything.
But at the moment, who's got the rights though? In terms of every game, it's only 2 channels, no? It's
BT, Sky, and
Amazon have a few games.
Who's got the rights of showing every game every single week? In terms of fixtures wise, I think it's only beIN and what's the American? NS.
As in they play every Premier League game.
Yeah.
As in they play every Premier League game.
I think it's only the foreign ones. So how come the foreign ones has it? But the people
Wait, they play every game of the day.
Bro, that 2 p.m. 2 p.m. kickoff. I was going through Newcastle, United, and City. I was just the beIN Sport 1, 2, 3. And I think the American one and
NBC Sports.
NBC.
You can do it as well.
Oh, okay, first.
But let's get back into this couple facts about the United Villa game because there wasn't too much in that game. Or I'm not gonna.
Casemiro had a good
game.
Casemiro had a good game.
I tried to speak to my Man United responder. Is it responder?
That's fair.
No, it's correspondent. It's late, man, guys.
First responder, yeah, I get
First responder, Liban, but obviously he didn't watch the game, so I didn't have anything on the game, guys. So Sharky, you're gonna have to take it away from us, man. You're gonna have to take it away from us.
You're telling me your source is Liban.
You know, Liban's the only Man United fan I know who's never been to Old Trafford. Yep. Every time he's on an episode with me, and I try to laugh at him for not being at Old Trafford, he does something where we can't put it in the video. So today's the day I'm on to him.
So you're telling me I've been to more Bernabeu games than he's been to Old Trafford?
That's facts. He's been to more Man United games in London than he has ever to Manchester.
He's never touched Old Trafford?
I don't think he's even been on the train to Manchester. That's how bad it is. Yeah.
Sad, isn't it?
It's sad, bro.
He's actually a pecking red.
So what?
He's a couch fan.
So a couple of weeks ago, we were trying to go to Old Trafford. That's all cap then?
I think he tried to go.
Yeah,
He tried to go.
I think he's planning to go soon. But
You know, I hope he
You
doesn't.
guys
go.
should make it like a SDS. You
No,
know?
he doesn't deserve that.
Me and Greeks,
Nah,
Old
I
Trafford.
feel like
He doesn't deserve it. No, he
first
doesn't
day out
deserve
in
it.
Manchester.
Nah, he doesn't deserve
See
it.
what his reaction's like when he walks
film
in the
him with his
theatre.
little
It's like him coming out of jail.
backpack on,
It's like he's fresh home.
Wow.
Yeah, he comes.
Stadium
Oh my
tour.
God, is this
Sta-
Manchester?
Stadium
Oh.
tour.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Listen, it could be a good day out, man.
The pre-game anthem as well. sings it.
Literally.
And no Liban, he'll
And
get to
that-
he'll get to the game at half time.
And
No
his
Liban.
mascot, he'll be walking out.
He's walking out with Rashford. With Rashford. Hey, grown man, 30-year-old man walking out with Rashford.
He's older than him.
He's older than Rashford, and he's older than Rashford's hand.
He's there with his chest
And he's cold. And he's cold, and Rashford's like, do you want my jacket? He's like, put my
Don't
jacket.
kill me,
And he doesn't even fit with Liban as well. How fun that'd be. That's Make-A-Wish for
Yeah,
real,
we
you
can
know
make it out,
that? That's
guys.
Make-A-Wish for real.
Let's make it happen.
God,
Let's
that'd
make
be
it
hilarious. That'd be hilarious. With
Content
his chest
day
out.
out. Content day out, man.
You see, grown man. And he's the same height as Rashford. And he's coming out like, walking out like that.
You know he's got gymmed up morning as well.
Yeah, no. He's doing that. No, but knowing Liban, he'll be late to that.
Yeah.
He'll be late to that. He's the latest guy I ever know.
Yeah, it's terrible.
He's hilarious,
But
man.
quick facts about the game. United have never lost a Premier League game at Old Trafford when leading at half time.
Yeah, I hate that.
I
Stuff.
feel like I keep hearing that. It's the more we do, I keep hearing that stat.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's still going 313 games. They've won. This is it's crazy, by the way. After 313 games where they've been leading at half time, obviously they've had 0 losses because they've never lost. 290 wins.
Whoa.
Only 23 draws.
That's
mental.
Crazy.
23
That is football
draws.
heritage.
That goes back since the Premier League.
Ever. Yeah.
Heritage right there. That is football heritage.
313 times they've been leading at half time.
That's football heritage.
290 of those they went on to win still.
You tell me no
It's
one.
not like they dropped the point and they dropped some
yeah.
equalised and they drew. Only 23 times they drew.
Watching these United fans growing up, I was jealous of them, man. They had it good. They had it good till like 3
Even
years ago.
United, they've been shit for the last 10 years and they still have this stat.
Yeah. They still won.
You're telling me Ole or Moyes?
Moyes, Van
They all
Gaal,
maintained
Mourinho.
They all maintained it.
They all Ragnick, they
Yes.
all maintained it. Michael Carrick, they maintained it. Ryan Giggs.
Lias was even
They
saying like
entertained
Ten
it.
Hag
They
is the
maintained
first manager to lose it. I want him gone. Whoever loses that record,
Oh,
I want him gone.
Lias changes his stance every single week.
One day he's Canadian, one day he's American.
Yeah.
I don't trust that guy, man.
One day he's British.
I don't trust that guy.
One day he's Algerian. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't trust him.
One is United fan, PSG fan. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
I don't know
true,
what
it's
you.
A whole lot of Lias was a PSG fan, from what I knew.
Yeah.
When I first followed him on Twitter, I thought he was a PSG guy.
The badge, everything.
Yeah,
Bro, he
I-
told me, come. What do you support? I support PSG.
See, he's like you, bro.
They swear.
And now he's bro, wallahi.
he's not a PSG fan.
I first followed him on Twitter as a PSG fan. He was a PSG fan.
That's crazy. I thought it was just a Navi.
Yeah, same. But I, like everything about him screamed PSG. And now he says, I was just a PSG enthusiast.
The watch along.
Enthusiast.
Him celebrating City's
yeah,
goal.
yeah.
Enthusiast. PSG
See,
enthusiast.
your
That
rival.
is mental.
He's cosplaying as a United fan.
That's crazy.
I feel like deep
But
down
then
he's an
again, he's
Arsenal
got
fan.
proof. He's got old pictures of him on United.
I feel like deep down he's an Arsenal fan.
There's a lot of people who got old pictures and old kits, man. Doesn't mean nothing.
Yeah.
What does it mean?
Got you in the Tottenham kit. We got you. I don't know wearing what sign.
Nah, just
Arsenal?
you just Holland kits.
No, Ajax.
Ajax kits. Juve
Ajax
kit. That's about it.
You wearing that reversible jacket. That's just best
Barcelona.
stuff. Best stuff, girl.
You were still rocking half and halves back then.
Shout out to
Bro,
my
he
uncle.
rocks half and half now.
uncle-
I'm upset he wasn't wearing it today.
My brother.
My uncle, fam. Shout out to
He's a real uncle.
Wallahi,
Come out the womb as an uncle.
you know what it is? I swear, I want to tell you something. I'm gonna tell you about that day.
Even that.
No, I'm gonna tell you something about that day. Yeah? I swear to God, when he bought it for me, and he bought it for me after we lost the 5-0. So you know, when I took it to college, fam, I had no idea, fam. I opened it and he was the first person I clocked when he clocked.
I looked at his.
I thought, shit, and I looked at it and he knew. He started. I was like, shit.
What's that?
But I didn't know about the.
Oh, you don't know about the reverse
He's got
jacket?
the reversal jacket. It was Real Madrid outside.
I've told the
Barcelona
story
inside.
many times. Something in year 12,
Yeah,
he
fam,
came
yeah.
to school, sixth form, wearing a brand new Real Madrid jacket, sparkling. He's gassed.
It's real, bro.
We're chilling. We're in the business
I wish you
class.
still have it.
We're in business class. We're talking, blah blah, chilling. I look over at the exact same time that he must be feeling hot, so he unzips it. So my eyes lock on to him unzipping the jacket.
It's a bit weird. You like lock eyes with him just as he's
No, but I don't know. It's a conversation.
It's a bit
But-
crazy, isn't it?
No, it's an outer jacket.
He hears the jacket. And he's like, damn, who's getting naked?
It's an outer jacket. It's like what you just did now. You took off your jumper. So he opened it. As he opened it, I locked eyes. I saw the Barcelona famous colours, the red and blue,
Wow.
inside.
Yeah, fam. I was
the
crazy.
thing. My jaw dropped.
He wore that. No.
Yeah, you don't get that jacket and not know. Because
Bro.
when you're younger and you get a new jacket, you're rocking that.
bro.
You're at yard, you're putting it on for no reason. It's hot, and you're just
Putting
going.
your hand in.
okay,
You can
I'ma tell
physically
you-
see the badge.
I'm gonna tell you one thing.
Yeah.
Wallahi.
You're gonna tell me you didn't know.
Well, no. That may be I might have been stupid, but wallahi on the Quran.
He just admitted it.
Wallahi on the Quran. That day was the first day I actually went. I was like, you know what? It's my first day. Let me wear it to school.
Yeah. Stood it next to the bed. He had his outfit ready the
It was
night
the
before.
funniest thing in the world. I was
Nah,
crying.
that's crazy.
Fam, you know- you know-
Do you know how
flooding.
crazy that is? That's Tottenham with Arsenal on the inside.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I just take it
Bro,
off and
in
I act
Iraq,
all casual. Hell no.
I'm sure in Iraq, they were doing it. They ran out.
They ran out of French.
Said, yo,
Because the thing
flip
is,
it over.
it wasn't like fully like you could take it off open Barcelona. It
Yeah,
was literally
yeah.
like it was like a section of the inside.
Nah,
like
I
they
get
basically
you.
ran out.
Oh,
So it
yeah,
was
they ran
mainly-
out of-
A patch job.
Yeah, it was a patch.
Yeah.
but like a decently big patch.
Listen, man, we will
Rather
see
than
that,
Barca
man.
colours.
Back in Somalia, them kits of Arsenal and Tottenham on one side,
exactly.
United and City on
I'm
the other
telling
side,
you, I'm telling
Nike and Adidas.
We need Primo to do that kind of jacket.
Yeah.
Our sponsor, shout out Primo.
Yeah,
Our
yeah,
sponsor.
shout out them.
telling you,
That'd be
it was
funny if they
crazy.
did that.
Exactly. But we'll mention the United Villa game. Couple of different facts. Since losing to Brighton on the opening day of the season, United have picked up 39 points out of a possible 45 at Old Trafford in the Premier League.
But I think tell Fuzi that top four's done.
Yep.
That's no way that both City and not City.
Old Trafford's a fortress.
I
You
wish
know? I'm
City was
hearing more.
balling.
There's more stats. Man United are unbeaten in their last 26 games at Old Trafford. Man United are the first team to prevent Villa from scoring in the Premier League since January took charge. And Bruno Fernandes this season has scored 11 goals and 12 assists in all comps.
Have you guys seen the leak that came out? The team of the season of the Premier League.
Nah, how's it looking?
Bruno's not in.
He's not in there. Do you think he should be there?
Oh, come on, what he's done this season, 100%.
Who was in there? Who's in there? Because I can hear the other
Odegaard.
names being ahead. I don't think he's a guaranteed
I'm gonna
slot like
I'm gonna
that.
tell you one person who's in the.
You featured him.
We spoke about him last game.
Madison.
Bruno.
Madison.
Madison's in there.
Oh, they sent you the Iraqi version.
Yeah.
They sent you the Iraqi version. They sent you the Iraqi
I don't
version.
know what you saw.
That's the Bain Sports version. Man.
That's the Andy Gray edition.
Yeah, that's the Andy Gray edition. Yeah, literally.
Don't
That's
talk about the
dope.
second guy. Don't talk about the second guy.
I don't know what you saw. I don't know what you
Yeah.
saw.
Bro, it came out, bro. Bro, it came out, honestly.
He
Like,
said it's a leak, so it might not be real.
Yeah.
it came out a couple of days ago, bro. It's actually a leak.
It's a leak.
From a high like
Yeah, but not all leaks are true.
from a high person.
Who?
From, like,
Yeah,
a
of course.
trustworthy
So
person.
if it was high, why would you
a
trust a high
good
person?
source. A good source.
Why would you trust someone who's high?
That's like that ultimate team.
What's that?
Whoa, he
is
just-
that you trying to get back from me?
Yes!
Say less.
He
I'm gonna keep that. I remember that. Say no more.
Wow.
Turned into Borat. He turned into Borat. How can he turn into Borat mid-episode?
You got me back straight away. You got me back straight away.
I promise you, I did not understand anything.
You got me back straight away. First.
Damn. Damn.
First.
For at least 2 minutes, I don't know what he said.
No, he actually turned into Borat.
He got me back straight away. First.
He was from Kazakhstan. Damn.
First.
That is crazy.
I respect it.
That is crazy.
I respect it.
I hear it.
I hear it. Well, I hear it.
That is incredible.
No, I hear it. I hear it.
That is
No,
mental.
he had an L, and somehow turned it. Somehow
he
turned on
didn't
me.
have to do anything with, like,
No. He made it. No, he made it. It's fine.
You did it to yourself.
First.
He just said, Ali do. That's all I heard. Ali do.
And he's still laughing about it as well. Look at it.
That was hilarious.
No, he's done.
My back is killing me just from laughing. Oh,
He's done.
First. He's still laughing.
bro, you should have heard yourself, bro. Oh, you should have heard yourself.
Wow, the one time Hasib misses something funny happened, he's gone.
I could have done a Hasib's laugh, but he's asleep.
So what else was
He's
Bro,
asleep.
it's 1:40, bro. We're done.
It's late. It is pretty late.
And he's sweating as well. Killing me. You got sweat on his forehead.
This room's hot. Like.
No, you just done 9 minutes right there.
Yeah, you're
just played 9 minute game.
I can't wait to see that footage back. You're incredible. But unfortunately, we've got some more games. We've got a few more games to cover, and we've got to get through these. Let's start getting through these quicker now. Newcastle versus Southampton was the next one, and this kind of basically set Southampton down, confirmed down and out.
Yeah.
Newcastle beat them 3-1. Favourites to win. Wilson double and a Walcott on goal.
I think
Wrong
we're
time for
all
him to
in
score on goal.
rejoice.
Yeah, why couldn't he score on goal against us?
Yeah, wrong time for him to score on goal.
I think we're all in rejoice and unison and happiness in Southampton's relegation.
Oh,
I'm not
yeah.
mistaken.
Lavia leaving.
The whole Premier League can celebrate. We can start cherry picking
Oh yeah.
A-star talents.
But who?
essentially.
But who though? Like Lavia's going back to City.
Okay.
He's going to either City or
so he's got
Chelsea.
first
City or
dibs.
Chelsea.
Yeah, you got Bella Kotchap as well.
Oh, I like Bella Kotchap.
Sulemana's nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alcatraz has looked a decent.
James Ward-Prowse.
I think there's like a good couple of.
I reckon Ward-Prowse just staying. No?
Nah,
Stay and
stay
go
in the
to championship.
Might as well.
He's
Nah,
an
nah.
England international. He can't.
He
afford that.
needs to come up. He's going to. I don't think he'll play for a top 6 Premier League team.
Yeah.
But if he was to play for a top 6 Premier League, it'll be you guys, Tottenham, because I feel like he'd generally be a good fit. He's a good enough player.
We need that.
But
You take him.
I'll take him.
What price?
Yeah.
But if he goes to a Brighton under Zerbi, under you, that'll be very good.
A couple of good youngsters as well.
Yeah.
Seiko Mara.
They've got that light skinned guy from Man City they signed. It begins
got
with
Edozie.
Edozie. I like
But I think
Edozie.
they'll stay in the championship.
Yeah.
because
I
they'll
think there's
start.
some of them.
Yeah.
They'll start in the champs.
yeah.
and
They
they'll-
will kill it there, and then when they come back, they'll be like the big boys for them, the Redmonds, if you like.
I can see that happen. They'll stay, but
Newcastle,
listen, Newcastle, man.
You know what? Like credit to Newcastle, yeah. I feel like they had a similar run that you man had. You know how you guys Arsenal, yeah, where you guys lost the games and everyone thought you guys were gonna go down, not go down, but start collapsing. And then they had that. They had the same thing, bro. I think at one point they drew like 3, 4, 5 games.
Yeah, they went on a drawing streak, yeah.
Like on the row, and then the other day lost
So many
against,
draws,
against Aston Villa, bro. They've won. They've had 2 hiccups. They've bounced back immensely.
They're back in third. Remember, like for the whole first half of the season, they were third, and everyone was saying, "Oh, they're going to finish third," and they dropped off to like 5th, 6th. They came out of the top 4, and it was like United's coming third, guaranteed now.
what I mean.
And Newcastle fight for
That's what I
top
mean.
4
And
with
they
Tottenham and that. Now they're third again, and I
got
think
this-
they'll finish third.
Same losses as Arsenal and Man City as
Arsenal
well.
and City.
4
Yeah,
losses
bro,
this season.
That's what I mean.
The draws that made them third.
And the guy's turning average players into good players.
The
man.
first
Murphy.
full season since takeover.
Murphy, fam. You know how a lot of credit goes to Botman, to Trippier, bro. Shaw's having a
They
Yeah,
built
Shaw.
good season, fam.
Bruno G's having an amazing season.
Bruno G,
Joe Linton.
Joelinton.
Like that. Eddie Howe, I said last time, he's worked miracles.
And
man.
he's got two styles, you know. First style, one striker.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work out, second half, bring another striker on board. Just change
And
it.
it's
And I think
and
in
that's
that game,
Isaac. Isaac
that
or
was
Wilson.
the difference you saw,
Yeah.
basically. It was
Wilson-
like, all right,
Wilson came
Isaac,
on.
I'm going to give you your chance. Wilson comes on, 2 goals, makes the difference, and the second one, very good finish as well. But you almost felt like in that game, what I liked personally was Newcastle's character. I think the first half, they were almost sleepwalking. Southampton come in, sucker punch them, 1-0 go in, but then it's a case of how do you react? 3-1 to react like that.
That's a great
for
reaction.
me. You're showing
Winning
your
mentality.
Champions League
Winning
credentials. You're
mentality.
showing your winning mentality, literally. Yeah. So
Against the same team that managed to get a point from them.
100%. And I said when they lost the Carabao Cup final, the last thing they can do is let that become a hangover to the rest of their season.
Yeah.
And now they peter out of the Champions League and they end up in 8th, 9th, and we're like, oh. But they were good up until the Carabao.
Yeah.
Nah, they said, okay, we're going to use that as motivation to finish the season strong. And now I've said they deserve top 4 fully, in my opinion.
I want to see them in
to
the
get
top 4.
third. I want them even to
I think they
sneak
will get
third.
third. I think they will get
I
third.
think
They will.
They're in third right now. Obviously, now they've given a hand over them.
Yeah.
But I think they can maintain it.
I think they can maintain that third position. But credit Callum Wilson, man. I think he's someone who he doesn't even need 4 minutes to start. He comes into games 10 minutes, 20 minutes sometimes and just scores, bruv. He's just a proper goal getter, man.
They'll have an issue next season with players like him.
They won't. Do you know
when
why?
it comes to Champions League caliber.
Why?
I don't think they will.
I don't think they will either. That's what I'm
I
saying.
think-
With Callum Wilson and Isaac up front.
I think
Yeah,
Isaac will probably start most
Isaac
games,
will be
but
starting one,
with
yeah.
Wilson's injuries, his relationship with Eddie Howe, I
That's
feel
what I
like
was
Eddie
gonna
Howe
put his
knows how
injuries.
to work
Yeah,
around
yeah.
that.
And Wilson doesn't look like the kind of guy who's like demands to start. He knows I'll come
No,
on, I'll
it's-
score my goals.
I
For
agree.
me, it's the injuries. Isaac's not a fully healthy guy throughout the season, and Wilson's not a 100% healthy guy throughout the season. Now, when you couple that up with the Champions League, and then they want to get top 4 again in the Premier League, and then you've got the FA Cups, the Carabao Cups, what do you do? Do you
This
go?
is
They're
where
gonna
their
figure their
finances-
squad. This is their first. This will
No, of
come
course,
in.
this is
They've
where the
got
finance comes in.
yeah.
But do they go out, like I've said before, get that marquee signing like they did with Isaac, get another big boy striker, and then Wilson slowly, gradually just becomes the guy who plays 20 minutes every few games, 15 minutes, and then he gets rubbed out? Or do they stick with Isaac and Wilson and hope that they are fully fit the whole
They've got the
season?
money, they're going to make good signings.
No, but then if you do make the signing, let's say by miracle, all 3 of the strikers are fit most of the season, who is the striker that's gone? That's like out.
I don't think they go for like a money-breaking marquee signing. I think they got that in Isak.
Yeah.
I think they've got Callum Wilson, who's the reliable, experienced guy. Yeah. Possibly they bring in someone who they can develop long-term.
Who did they tried to sign?
Maybe that Vitor Roque, is it Brazil? I hear big things about him.
They tried to sign a young striker.
Is he going Barca?
Who did they try to sign last summer?
That's the type of signing that I can see them doing.
They tried to sign a young striker. Was it the French guy? They tried to sign a young striker last summer, and it failed because of his medical. Was it
he went to PSG.
He went to PSG.
Yeah. Someone like
Newcastle
that,
were very close, but then he failed his medical. I remember.
Yeah, that's a good signing. Where it's another striker who have more options, and it's someone who is a project, so it's not like doesn't demand to start now.
Yeah. It shows, bro. They're not doing it the Todd Bowley style. It's not like
I agree with that.
Todd Bowley, old man City. They're not doing it. Yeah,
using wise
No, they're learning from other people's mistakes, and that's what a wise person does. You learn from other people's mistakes.
And I feel like they're the better version of when City did it.
They're looking at City and thinking we're not going down the Robinho route. We're not going down the Robinho route. Yeah.
Robinho, them man, they're actually using some smart
Wilfred Boney, all them kind of players. Yeah, they're not going down that route. Yeah,
Boney was ridiculous. What 40 million?
Smart,
he was like 30-40 million. Yeah,
even like signing Nick Pope from relegated Burnley.
Yeah.
And obviously,
but you know about Nick Pope? I don't think he.
A target as well.
I don't think he will stay. You know, for long.
Yeah, but whether he stay or not, I'm saying look what with him. Look what they got. You know,
who won't stay that long?
He says Nick.
You're
Pope.
talking about I know what you're going to say. There's limitations when they get to that Champions League.
Yeah.
And start getting
that's what I'm trying to do with the Callum Wilson.
That's one of those
because they're not Champions League players. A lot of them.
Unless
it's different.
I think that's one of those. We'll get to that bridge when we get there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, right now, bro, they're happy
for now.
No, they can't.
And it's the best thing because Newcastle is a football mad city.
Yeah.
And you know when there's teams in the Premier League where there's the only Premier League team from that city.
I think they're the only one, isn't it?
Yeah, Newcastle.
Yeah, they're the only
Leeds
one.
Oh, what, like
up
north? They've got neighbours in that. Yeah. That's what I mean, like Newcastle. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. The whole northeast.
Exactly. Well, before it was Sunderland as well.
Yeah.
But like Newcastle, it's like they're football mad and the whole city. So it's different. You know, when you're up there, and you're right at the top of the country, so you're far from everyone, and you're like, it's amazing. So they have that. They have the money. They've got and they're third. It must be amazing up there.
You know what makes me happy? Sometimes I've seen in the stadium where a couple of people, the fans, they're wearing the
because the Saudi owners.
The stash.
Oh, like the
Arabic. Yeah,
like the thogues and stuff. Yeah.
It makes me like.
I remember people were like offended at the beginning of the season. I was like, no ways, that's not offensive.
No way, man.
They're hailing up.
They're embracing.
They're hailing up the culture. They're not. It's not like blackface or anything like that. They're hailing the culture. So it's like
I like it. From someone who's Arab.
Yeah.
I find it sick.
There's nothing wrong with it. And like and like you said, like a city like that who has only one team, they deserve it. And the way they've been this season, like I'm happy for them. Even though it's going to be a detriment to us, to you. Like, we'll see what happens next season. It's gonna be.
I said, man, this season is the
hey,
Newcastle's cute, aren't they?
Yeah,
they look nice. Oh, you guys are gonna grow up and then watch 2-3 years when they're punching you up and taking your lunch money. They're gonna regret it.
They're gonna be that.
You know when the voice is broken,
annoying teenager.
Hey, big man, come, let me chat to you, lad.
Let me get a touch. Boom. Let me get a touch.
Exactly. A couple notes from our regular correspondent who's a Newcastle fan, and this is Newcastle Mod. Says Eddie masterclass at halftime by subbing Gordon off for Wilson. Immediately we looked more lethal. Isak to Wilson combo on point yet again for our equaliser. That's another assist for Isak, by the way. Wilson ended up getting his second later. One of the best strikers in the league this season. This is now his highest Premier League tally. We're lucky to have him and Isak. Isak also looks very good on the left wing. His dribbling is insane. And we knew his dribbling was insane for a while because Sweden as well.
And he's East African as well.
Yeah, but for national team, his dribbling was crazy.
Yeah.
Like he goes on those runs.
You know what it shows though?
It
shows that a couple of players now from La Liga, from Serie A, is coming to the Premier League. And by the way, they weren't that high. Like, they weren't scoring a lot of goals in these leagues. Bro, they're coming to the Premier League and they're making it easy.
I get why we didn't sign Isak. I get it, but now in hindsight,
people try and tell me the Premier League, like you need to come here and showcase. You can do it, bro.
Do you know what it is? It's the PR league, though. It's the you do it here, you get held up like
you know what? You know one person I wish came here, Neymar. Neymar will make this league a joke. Like
he still can. Leave this shit.
You've seen what Haaland's done.
You still can.
Yeah.
Neymar will make this league his. Bro,
Neymar can come here for 2 years if he can be a part of Chelsea. Revive that.
Even
go
Newcastle.
win the title.
Even go to Newcastle.
Go Newcastle.
Get the money.
Oh, did you see that clip?
I'm telling you, Neymar ain't too late.
Did you see that clip where the West Ham Paqueta, where the ball came and he controlled it with his
back the little heel like that.
And the West Ham players on the bench was like, oh my God, it's the first time they've seen it. Neymar, come here, man.
I would love if Neymar came to the Premier League, man. I would love it.
I'm telling you, wherever team he goes, I'm supporting that team.
Oh, you're one of those
Premier
guys.
League team. That's your Premier League team.
Them man there. Like
Yeah,
that,
you're one of those guys.
Oh, Neymar's one of my favorite players.
Shameless.
I don't care.
No.
To be honest, he did used to support Chelsea, so I don't blame him.
Never. But if he goes Chelsea, I'm embrace it.
Back, baby.
Robert Tyler season.
What it do, baby? What it do?
If he goes City, I'm a City fan. If he goes, I don't care wherever team he goes. I'll be the face of that team.
Oh, he can never work at City. He can never. I think Pep will.
Oh, I'm telling you,
Pep
all
will lose
City.
his mind. He can never work at City. He can never work
On the
at
left,
City.
what you tell me? Grealish, he can't do what Grealish.
Come on.
Do you think?
I don't know. I think he could do
Wait,
it.
can I just ask you a little question? Do you think Neymar will be disciplined enough like Grealish and just stay on the
Nah,
left wing?
do you know why? The whole crew comes with Neymar. I forget that. The 11-man band, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, jugadores, hey man, we are Neymar's crew,
Yeah,
the
those
driver,
guys.
yeah.
Yeah, those
Come
guys,
on.
those guys. Let's go turn up.
I'm a photographer.
Yeah, let's go turn up.
Come on, man.
Those
You know,
guys.
you've seen the crew, man. You know
After every game, they're going to London. They're not going back to the hotel. He's driving to London, bro.
Yeah.
That whole journey he's sleeping.
I forget the
That's
mafia,
it.
man.
His dad, his
Bro,
sister.
it's
the
too
man.
much.
Yeah,
It's too
yeah,
much.
yeah.
And he's just got a second youth as well.
Yes, with his yeah.
Yeah. So
Well, he's had.
His missus is.
Is it the same missus from the first one? Is it the same baby mum?
Nah, different.
Brazilian. I'd be surprised if it was one baby mum.
Yeah,
Fair
come
play
on,
to
man.
him. She's
Come on, it's
Yeah,
Neymar.
but
Come on, it's
he's-
Neymar.
she's a baddie.
Brazil,
She's-
man.
Neymar, bro.
She's a baddie.
It's Neymar.
Yeah,
He just
Brazil.
goes. If he goes into the club,
So
does
is
this.
he.
That's pregnancy.
Huh?
So is
You know what I mean?
I said he's Neymar. So is he.
He's a baddie.
Oh, he's a baddie. Yeah, he's a
terms,
baddie.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
he's
can't
a
lie. I'm happy you said a bad.
I was like, man, like, yo, who gonna say it?
I was waiting for it. Thank you. I agree with you.
You're welcome. You're very welcome.
The Tyrese as well, Jake.
Hey man, stayed on the Newcastle game. Couple of points from Asib. After keeping 5 consecutive clean sheets at home, Newcastle have now conceded 5 of their last 6 Premier League games at St James's Park. Callum Wilson is the first Premier League player to score 15 goals in the Premier League season for Newcastle since Demba Ba in 2011-12.
Oh, Barcy say, hey, that partnership, man.
Crazy.
That's the new partnership
15
now.
goals in the season. He's having a great season then. He's 15.
Yeah.
I shout out to Murphy as well, man. Like the past couple of games, he's been scoring non-stop.
Yeah, he took out Amron. Amron was the guy.
What happened to
got injured.
I don't know. Sam Maximan.
He's
not
It's not good. Eddie Howe.
I think
he's
he's
on the
injured.
bench.
I think he's injured.
This
I
is
think
why
he's
Eddie
injured.
Howe and Newcastle, they're reminding me, they're doing the right things, like kind of like City. Like a big player will disappear for a few games and you don't even care about them because you're focused. Like right now, we forgot about Foden. Arsenal, if Saka goes missed for a few games, Martinelli, we remember.
Finished.
We remember.
Yeah.
We know.
Saliba.
We know.
Anyone
we know.
that start
Yeah,
level
but
comes out. We're like,
But
oh.
Newcastle, St. Maximan is their main man, number 10.
Yeah.
Newcastle is the main man, number 10.
Flary
That's
boy.
fine.
Bro, I
Flary
remember
boy.
at the start of the season he weren't playing. Then he came on the
back for a
stretch
bit,
after
went-
post World
yeah,
Cup.
went nuts.
Played and now he's not even there, bro.
And no one's even thinking about it.
Eddie Howe, you know.
Good manager.
How high?
Tell that to
Eddie Howe.
Stars. Tell that to Stars.
Second best manager in the Premier League.
What?
What?
No,
I've
come
seen-
on, man.
I've seen
You gotta
people-
rate Pep
No,
higher,
no,
man.
I've seen people. No, I've seen,
You're nasty. You're nasty.
That was disgusting. That was very disgusting. That was very disgusting. That was disgusting.
But no.
That was smelly.
I've seen
not go too
people.
crazy.
I've seen people say
It's top 5.
if Arteta, because Arteta was going to win it, right? Even if City wins,
Why? We're gonna come second in the
Excuse
league.
Arteta's going to win Manager of the Year after finishing second.
do you guys not expect?
Ask the Arsenal fans. Do you not think Arteta should win it after finishing second?
I think Pep should win it.
If it's
If
the
Pep-
best manager in the league, and Pep should win it.
You think so?
He's going to win the league.
And
it's not like a fluke. It's not a fluke. Yeah, it's not a fluke win in the Premier League.
Correspondent, the correspondent, please check if the team hasn't won it. Who?
Klopp last year. Klopp last year.
Yeah, second, exactly. Yeah.
Doesn't mean it's right.
It's like
Just
LeBron.
good.
It's
Two
like
wrongs don't
LeBron.
make it right.
It's like LeBron. Faisal. LeBron should win MVP almost every year,
Every
but he
year.
doesn't win it.
I agree,
Do you know what I mean?
okay.
It's like that. You can't just keep giving it to
I
Pep.
still feel like
Do you know what I mean?
they will give it to Arteta because of the run he's had, the expectation, this and that.
I just think Newcastle have made a bigger jump in the sense of last season he took over 20th to 12th.
Yeah.
Then to go from 12 to, I think people were expecting Newcastle to compete for Europe.
Yeah,
but
like
not
Europa
be this
League-ish.
comfortable
Yeah, yeah.
in the Champions
Yeah.
League spots.
But see,
I think
same with Arsenal.
Arteta, we were expecting a Champions League push. Let's be honest,
Yeah.
top 4, a lot of people were predicting.
Yep.
The title, maybe not. But then you got to take the context of the season into it.
Yeah.
And I would say Eddie Howe's job for me has still impressed me more than I would say Arteta. Even though what
hear it.
Arteta's done is really
I
good.
hear you. But I feel like Arteta, I think we should edge it. Bro, he's spent how many times? How many is it
It's like
weeks?
200 days,
don't
man.
matter.
I don't even
on,
like
man.
seeing
Don't
that.
matter.
I hate seeing it.
It is
Man,
what it
see,
is.
it's
It's sad.
Today's their
Thingy.
16th night, top of the Premier League.
It's
Like, that's
painful.
mental, bro.
It's painful.
93% of the season we're
I
top
saw
of
your
the Premier
tweet.
League.
I saw that tweet by the way.
93% of the season we was top of the Premier League.
It's disgusting.
That hurts.
93%.
I don't know how much that hurts.
9-3. That's 7% of
Have you guys
100%.
had,
that is a sickness.
Let's just go back to Arsenal. I feel like Arsenal.
It's like being in a relationship for 9 years.
She cheats.
Break up. No, you break up, but she gets married within 6 months to another guy.
Now that is no.
And she's
Imagine.
pregnant in a year.
Imagine.
Shit.
Pain in it.
How you like now?
That's pain, man.
Nah, that's nuts.
Spain without the
Have you guys accepted it? Like you got like it's done now.
Yeah, but I'll never be the same after the season. I'll never be the same.
It's a different.
I won't trust people the same.
Mm-hmm.
I won't get too excited until job wasn't finished.
Is your passion about
Job wasn't finished.
We need Elias. We need
job
Elias.
finished. Job not.
We need Elias
and
this
then
season.
just getting budged like
I
that?
thought the job was finished.
Coach Cam's just
Nah,
Coach Cam's budged around.
in my heart, I was still reserved, but I thought I have to entertain for the podcast. You guys were poking me. No, you have to believe you're gonna win. You have to look at you. And I was still trying to be humble. You can go back. SDS. At first, I was being the humble guy. Well, 10 points. I was still being humble. You guys are poking me. No, why you be like this? No, come on. Yeah, say you're gonna win the. Then you guys got it out of me. You know, I felt pressured.
Oh, peer pressure.
It's actually true.
Bro,
Do
do
you
you
know
know
enough
enough-
Arsenal
I started
fans were
off
doing
humble.
up
Bro,
like
do you know
the
enough-
first 10 games? Still early doors. No.
We just want top 4.
We're just happy to be here. We're just happy. And then it got to a point where all rival fans were like, "No, you got to start believing it, man. You got to start
Exactly.
believing." And we started those, and then we almost started to get annoyed at how much you lot were believing. It was like, hold on, no, we were just joking with you lot. Don't believe it fully. And you lot were like, "Oh no. We went to the future and picked up our medals already. We just came back to tell you lot that we won already."
He asked for
"Yo,
Uzi.
can we relax?"
He asked for Uzi for where he can buy a medal.
Bro, it's nuts.
In his mind, he won the Premier League.
I had my parade fit ready.
Oh yeah.
My parade fit was ready.
Man was sleeping next to it 3 months ahead of time.
Laid out on his bed. laid out on his bed, ready.
My parade fit was
I was
ready,
planning
bro.
a meet and greet.
He was getting ready.
My parade fit was mental.
I was
bro.
planning a
My
meeting.
parade fit was mental, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, I was gonna wear a suit. The cufflinks were gonna be Arsenal.
Crazy.
The tie was gonna be Arsenal.
You would look good.
And the shirt was gonna be red.
Oh, you don't look good.
And the
Bloody,
belt
bloody.
was gonna be a Louis V belt, but the LV's out, but it's Arsenal. So it's a Louis V strap. with
What about the
Arsenal
blazer?
badge.
What color blazer is it?
Black. Yeah,
What
black.
was red? Ooh.
No, I have to look good. I can't go all white. It's gonna get dirty. I'm be
Ooh,
whining
what-
Liban too much.
What? Blazer, black, red. Ooh,
I would
tie.
look good. I would look
Hey,
good, man.
no,
I had it
hey,
ready,
hey.
bro. Do you know when I believe we was winning the league?
As well, man.
Do you know when I believe we was winning the league? That Jorginho goal. You know, I've not celebrated a goal like that in my life.
No, that one.
I'm not-
same.
I've not celebrated a goal like that in my life,
I'm
bro.
not gonna lie to you. It was
Oh
the
my!
loudest I screamed.
Generally, there was a tear in my eye, bro. I could not believe it.
The last time I
got my
screamed that
Wolves
loud,
ticket.
yeah.
My Wolves ticket is there. I can't go. What's the point in going now? I'm gonna watch the players do this.
I'm so glad, man.
I don't want to see. I don't want to see a lap of honor.
The kid in one arm. And
I don't want to see a lap of honor, bro.
You know what makes you feel better? It's that you bought the Wolves ticket then when the ticket was how much? Like £50, £100?
Well, I didn't buy it,
Man,
but yeah.
but that's man who bought the Wolves ticket.
£6,000.
Grand,
I got a
Hold.
friend. I'm not gonna say his name.
that.
He bought 2 tickets. He said, "Someone buy it off me for 10 bags now. It's gonna be 50 bags last game of the season." My brother, that's
Sell
it went from 10 grand. No, I know he didn't sell it.
Devalued.
It's gone from 10 grand to £10.
Yo,
That crash
good
is
luck.
mental.
That crash, that crypto.
That crypto, whatever it was,
Bitcoin
bro.
right there.
He
value of
locked
that.
himself out of his Binance wallet. That's how bad it is. Like that wallet is locked.
The value went down.
Are you guys seeing football the same now?
I know. I won't see
Passion,
Like,
I know,
is passion still there?
I might
No,
pick up a new
passion-
sport. I might
yeah.
pick up a new sport. Like this heart, like I
basketball.
can't do this, bro.
Like,
I
it's
can't.
mad.
I've been supporting basketball, man.
Yeah,
I've
but
been
you're
like
cashing
this.
now, making more like
But
Professional
I might
Can't
have
do
been
it,
watching
man.
basketball for you.
I can't watch a sport like that.
I might have been watching basketball for
No?
you.
I'm a
Yeah,
pro.
I
I'm
wanna
a casual
say-
as well. I
Okay.
can't enjoy it. No relegation, no promotion.
playoffs.
The team,
Playoffs is
a team.
different, though.
No, playoffs great. Everyone,
Yeah.
I tune in playoffs. Of course, I tune in playoffs. Regular season's boring. There's nothing
Yeah, I
in
can't
it.
lie.
You have a team like Warriors who are great, and then one season they'll be like they'll tank on purpose, so they're shit all season. That's not sport.
Yeah,
Playoff
we
is
need
a sport.
relegation, man.
Playoff is sport. Regular season, one player is playing for 3
Yeah.
different teams in one season.
Yeah,
Got 10-day contract, then he goes to this season.
it's
I struggle to keep up.
Mad.
I struggle to keep up. A player that I'm watching last year, I take a year off NBA. He's moved to 2-3 other teams.
You know what's a good one?
No, he's
NFL. NFL.
Nah,
Try
it's,
that.
I
it's,
can't do it as well.
there's
Try that.
52 man on the team.
You know what you do? No.
can't
Before,
lie.
before you lot start, you don't
I
know the
try
rules.
NFL. It's a
If
myth.
you don't know, just go buy Madden. That'll teach you all the rules.
Yeah.
Go and play Madden
That's
for
how
a couple of
Star's
weeks,
going
to.
figure out the rules, then go back to watching.
There's 52 man on the team. I can't deal with that.
Yeah, it's offense and defense,
you know
bro.
what?
It's
You know
the
what?
best
You know
sport
what?
for pure
Tennis.
aggression.
Tennis is a good sport. I like tennis.
I'm in there.
Tennis.
No, do you know what I'm starting to like? Paddle.
Yeah,
What
but you don't
sport?
watch it.
I know, but
It's
I
fun to
want to
play.
watch
Is that
it.
play,
I'm
bro?
watching.
No, London. Yeah. I know a place in London. We should go one day.
I beg let's go, fam. In fact, I destroyed you, man. But
I know a place in London.
Why
Destroy
let's
who?
go?
What the hell? Destroyed who?
I destroyed you guys.
There's footage.
Like he's got
Sibus filming.
He's got different memory of the world.
He was filming. My brother, you was watching me play.
I've got footage of me destroying you, both you and Liban.
Liban, that guy. Come on, man.
Can we get back into the football? Because I want to get some sleep after this. That would be great.
Liban's
You know,
name,
you know how Liban, you know how
guy who's not been Old Trafford.
FS.
Yeah, true. Yeah. All right, cool. Next one. I don't know why this game is so late into the podcast, but Brighton 6-0 against Wolves.
Listen,
Because it was so long ago.
man.
6-0.
He rests his turn.
Their biggest Premier League win ever.
Casado.
Casado,
Mitoma.
McAllister, and then win 6-0.
Yeah.
Bear in mind, they beat Wolves, who came to that game. They won 4 out of 5 or 3 out of 4.
Yeah, they were in good form. Very good form.
Bro,
Yeah.
they were in a good form, bro. And
Yeah.
he beats them 6. Welbeck 2 goals.
Everyone got 2 goals each.
Undav
Wedberg,
2
Welbeck,
goals.
Gross and
Gross.
Undav, yeah.
Gross, bro.
Do you know what I feel like? I feel like this is Brighton almost sending a warning shot that they're not here for the short term.
I'm telling
No,
you.
no,
I
yeah.
actually feel like next season as well, they'll be comfortably in these positions as well.
Easy.
Even with Europe involved.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I think
yeah.
they've got the recruitment, they've got a squad there good enough, I feel
Bro,
like,
they've
to compete
started-
next year.
they've-
And if you look at their team, actually like they've actually squad wise got one of the best squads, I would say.
Bro, let me tell you
top
this.
8 or whatever in the Premier
Mitoma,
League for sure.
McAllister, Caicedo were all on the bench.
We just mentioned it.
Yeah.
But I'm saying,
Yeah,
But they
you
all
know how
moved
mad that
into,
is.
like,
He's
every
putting
other
emphasis
team.
on it. He's putting
All
emphasis
on
That's
the
mad, yeah,
bench.
Yeah.
And they won 6-0.
And they won 6-0. These are 3 of the best players, the biggest names.
And even
Yeah.
like guys
On the
like
bench.
Gross, who've been started the season so cold,
Yeah.
then kind of with all these guys, as you said, have been taking the shine over the last couple. He's just reminded like, I'm still here, the OG, and it's like, they're stacked. I feel like, and
Someone said
they
to me,
play,
Gross,
I would say the top 3 best football after Arsenal and City.
yeah,
In my
they play
opinion.
amazing football. But a big thing for them is the Zerbi's got a £10 million release clause this summer.
He is, and this is where I question how smart he is.
Yeah.
You leave Brighton, dumbest man I know.
Yeah.
100%.
Because you have a good board,
Yes.
you have a good situation, you're in Europe. We can, if he stays, we can actually have a gauge of how good of a manager he actually is.
Yeah.
Because this season we can say, a lot of people can discredit it and say, you've just built on what Potter had.
Yeah.
Now you get a summer, you get a pre-season, you get European football. We get to see how you rotate your squads as well next year. Like we actually get to see you for what you are. If I see you, that means you bought into your own hype as well
Yeah.
for me, and you're running from the grind, in my opinion.
And he started already. He's
He's doing the flirt. I know he's trying to flirt with us, and I know the time's coming.
But they've started already on the transfers as well. They've just signed Joao Pedro.
James Milner.
From Watford.
Yeah, for 30 mil.
Watford,
Aye,
30 mil.
quality.
Signing-
They're signing
quality
James,
signing.
James Milner as well in the summer, apparently.
James
I saw
Milner,
that.
They're rumored to sign an Argentinian because McAllister and either Casado and Alistair's going to leave.
What happened to that Buonanotte kid that
I think
they signed in?
I think they've still got him.
They're
Okay,
about to
he's
sign-
meant to be the next one up apparently
Yeah.
as well.
And
So
they're about to sign an Argentinian guy who apparently did a madness in the Argentinian league to replace one of them. Bro, he's making signings before the transfer even started.
No, but that's
Well,
not
the season
him.
even
But that's the thing with
that's the
Brighton. That's
recruitment.
not him.
Yeah,
That's not him.
no,
When
that's
when
Brighton.
Brighton did the interview when Graham Potter went to Chelsea and they said we already have our replacement for the next manager in line. I said these guys, they're just well run.
They're-
Like all
yeah.
these players they signed, this Enciso guy, the
He looks good.
Undav guy,
Undav's another one.
the all these like
But he's not young, you know. He's like 24.
No, I know. But where did he come from?
he came from. He was killing in Belgian league, but
Yeah.
and he's had a slow season. But all these signings that they're making, it's not the manager. They're saying to the manager, you have this style of play. We're gonna sign similar style of play
Yeah.
because we want us to play this kind of football, and that's what I rate about them a lot. But back to what you said with the De Zerbi thing, I hope he doesn't buy into his own hype. I hope he stays next season. So he gets rid of that must of, you've got Graham Potter's squad. Because that's why he had the beef with Stellini. Stellini said, that's Graham Potter's team. That's not your team.
Yeah.
And they had this little Italian Wanfanculo beef. And then now, next season, when he has his team and his setup, let's say they get rid of Caicedo 70 mil. They're going to sign someone exactly the same, put him in there, and he's going to be as good.
But then again, I see where he's coming from because he's looking at it in a sense of, cool, that's vacancies open for
I
me.
do get that, yeah.
Vacancies. If I don't take it now,
Yeah.
it might not come
Because
back to me
let's say now, let's say he has this 10 mil release clause in the summer. He knows how much Chelsea had to buy Graham Potter for, and he knows maybe some teams are not willing to spend the 30 mil, 40 mil on a manager. So let's say he's had a good season this year, and then Tottenham sells the dream like how you sold it earlier on, sells it to him, and he looks at it like, okay, London life.
You're forgetting also, like, you've got a family to look after.
Yeah.
It's big money. You're getting paid. If you get that release clause, a lot of that's coming to your pocket yourself. And obviously, it's a bigger job. It's a bigger team. It's a bigger,
bigger stage to show yourself off.
It's easy for us to say, stay at Brighton. It's beautiful. But also at the same time, you got...
The Premier League is the biggest stage, and if you, I feel like this year Brighton,
there was a big difference between Brighton and Chelsea.
This year Brighton is definitely in 6, 7, 8 years time. We're gonna remember this Brighton team as like a streets won't forget team. Yo, do you remember when they had Mitoma, McAllister? No, but that's what I'm saying. They will become that if he decides to depart or whatever. You can actually make this almost like what Tottenham did for a few years, where they kind of. All right, we've got a young core of players. Let's try and see if we can maximize this for what we can. Yeah. Except they actually have good recruitment. They actually have a manager that's of Poch's mold as well, I would say. See how far you can take that for me. It's just, I would hate to see it end short term.
Well, he came out just last week saying that I would love to go back one day to
Milan. I knew it. These Italians, they love just going back to these top.
No, but I hear it.
Guess what? Those jobs will forever be up. The managerial merry-go-round that is Milan is forever there. Inter Milan, forever there.
Inzaghi's about to leave.
There's no rush for those
Inzaghi's about to leave. Watch them bring back Conte. In the summer,
you leave this Brighton,
Allegri non-stop at Juve. Like, it's never changing.
You leave Brighton. I just feel like you're not going to walk back into this situation again.
I hear it from the old school. Like, bro, it's Italy back then. Like, in 20, 30 years, they were the number 1 league. So I hear him saying, you know what?
No, it's home, bro. It's home.
It's home for him.
It's home, man. It's home.
But I feel like I agree with you. He needs to stay for
and do you know what I like about De Zerbi? He's not the stereotypical Italian manager. That's what I really like about him. Yeah. He's expansive. I want to score goals. He's not this, so we're going to sit back. He reminds me of the Napoli manager. I always forget his name. I always get confused. Yeah, I always get confused with the manager in France, the other Italian one, whatever his name is. But it's like, he reminds me kind of Spalletti. Like, Spalletti's like a big personality, and he plays attacking football. Loves attacking football, and then you've got like the Allegri's, the Contes who are stuck in their ways, and they. Do you know what I mean? It's boring football.
And you've got Sarri in the middle. Like, am I there?
No, Sorry. Sorry.
I know what you mean.
Chelsea tenure.
But with Sarri, he's the complete opposite of all of them. He's I play one centre mid only, and we play.
Sarri's a banker. He's a banker running around pretending to be a football manager. Second, isn't it?
Yeah, second, and the best defense. One of the best defensive teams.
Bro. Cold.
Yeah. Well, I feel like De Zerbi, he has, in my opinion, to stay, bro.
Yeah.
Build a dynasty.
If Inter Milan come calling in the summer and he goes, I'll be like,
AC. Yeah, if AC.
It'll be Inter because they're getting rid of Inzaghi. They're already looking at other managers. Yeah.
That's if they missed top 4.
Apparently top 4 or not is out. Yeah, apparently.
Let's hear from some of the fans from that game. Obviously, Wolves lost 6-0, so I want to hear what a Wolves fan had to say about that game.
To Euro show.
Probably not SN. Probably not SN. The Wolves fan said, honestly, a massacre of a game on our part. We were extremely sloppy in the midfield and was particularly disappointed in Nunez's performance and surprised he didn't come off. Also said, honestly, the less said about the scoreline, the better. All I can say is that we played poorly and that's why we lost in the way we did. However, credit to Brighton, and they played extremely well and their playing style was extremely promising. And then we've got a Brighton fan, Tactical Regista.
We're going to be here for a long time.
But to be fair, Hasib's narrowed it down now. This definitely worked out, though Brighton were able to constantly overload on the left and create a lot of high-quality chances inside the box. Wolves rarely looked threatening. Overall solid performance from the Brighton back line. Brighton, this is the first time Brighton scored 6 goals in the English top-flight game in the club's history. Brighton have scored 4+ goals in the first half of a top-flight league game for the first time as well in their club's history. So it's a record-breaking game for Brighton.
I think he's got a lot of 3+ goal games as well, De Zerbi, since taking over. Some weird stat, like he's got like the most in the league at the moment. Some weird stat.
And I saw a lot of people compare his time with Potter, De Zerbi. I feel like, bro, with Potter, he was just an XG. He built a foundation, innit? But with De Zerbi, bro, it's
cashing in the XG.
It's intent, fam. It's
cashing in. And hey, big shout out to someone like Danny Welbeck as well. His career is still going.
2 goals.
Good level. He's still, I'm surprised he's still. Let's go on to the next game. Another one where I'm surprised we're actually talking about it so late in. 7 goals in this game.
How many games left?
We've only got a couple, but look, 7 games in this game, right? Boy. 4-3 Palace against West Ham. I'll start off with the correspondence for once. Let's see what they had to say. West Ham fan 55 Hems says Palace outplayed us and we found it extremely hard to even get into the final third. Most of our possession was just passing around the back, and most of our possession was also last 5-10 minutes of the game. Our next 2 games are against both Manchester teams, so I'm quite scared we'll get 4 losses in a row. Hopefully we can get a result against either of both teams. And the Palace fan, Austin CPFC, says, amazing result for us, going above Chelsea. And that's mad. And aiming to go for our highest finish in the Prem ever. Olise is the youngest player to register 9+ Premier League assists since Trent Alexander-Arnold in 2018-19. His 9 assists are the 4th most in the Premier League this season. No player younger than him has more than 3. So Olise is obviously flying. Palace obviously are in a good run. Roy Hodgson has been a good sign.
Yeah, he proved everyone wrong.
Yeah, man.
Because everyone was like, once Vieira's missing all the big games, like he played all the big
Vieira
games.
needs to go, and people, they was like, oh, well, you've been too unfair and just giving a chance, this and that.
I think, no. Listen, I was one of those thinking, the harder fixtures are done now. Yeah. Let him at least take 1 or 2 of the early fixtures. If it's not going well, then get rid. But when you see what kind of Roy Hodgson's done since coming in, I mean, the team is playing so much better. The crowd looks so behind it. They look way more solid at the back. They're playing, weirdly, way more attacking football. And it's like, Jordan Ayew looks revived. If you can get goals out of Jordan Ayew, you're a manager.
He's the biggest nas I've ever seen in my life.
Him taking off,
he's the biggest waste.
And 15th minute,
he equalised 1-1.
He's the biggest waste man in the 15th minute.
He definitely had a bet 365.
He's the biggest waste man I've seen. Not the winner, 15th minute, fam.
For the first equaliser, yeah.
Why?
No, it's silly.
Why, though?
It's silly.
I think his dad was in the crowd. That's why. I think Abidi Pele was in the crowd. I mean, that's what it was. I think he was in the crowd.
I'm never taking him.
But if you look at the way he's leveled
if he's my dad, and my dad did that shit, and nah, man, I'm looking at it differently.
You said different.
I'm looking at it differently. Yeah, my dad no more.
He just scored a goal.
You're a waste, man. Why are you taking your shirt off? Why are you taking your shirt off? You know what? Let's have a discussion. Why is he taking his shirt off?
Maybe he looked good that day. He looked good that day.
He's feeling himself.
And I thought he had a meaning. There must be like a message, picture.
That makes sense.
There was no meaning, no picture, fam. That's the best.
I'm just flexing, B. Scored. I'm happy.
I look good today.
You know what I'm saying? But I think the way he's raised his level, Eze as well, and Olise there as well, you have to give him massive credit, man. I don't think any Crystal Palace fan would have thought that when he was coming back in. Some, maybe if they did, fair play to him, but not many would have predicted this. And now, as they said, best ever finish they could be going towards. Yep, I'm curious to see what happens over the summer with Palace and next year. Does Roy stay now? Because Roy Hodgson really and truly right now could be feet up on the beach. He didn't have to come back to this. So the fact that he's still got that dog in him, are you going to do it for another year? I respect it highly, man.
Yeah, nah, the pearly gates, I thought they were there. They're waiting for him. They're waiting.
Bazar's rumoured to leave there.
Zaha, he's been rumoured to every season.
But this summer he's
Zaha.
No.
Please go to Italy.
Be a club legend.
He's not.
You will have a statue built for you outside of Selhurst. I promise you.
You want facial sources?
Going to Roma or going to.
Man, let him talk. Everyone with that hairstyle
it's never gonna.
has like a certain.
It's never gonna give you what you need.
You look like a Palace player.
I know. I've heard this many a times. Yeah. I could get into the dressing room. I might put a tracksuit on one day and just see if I could walk in with the boys.
At least
what's going on?
It's like NSG. It's like you don't know who's part of You don't know who plays for Palace.
And once they say, "Hey, you call him Elise," they'll be like, "Oh, this guy don't play for us."
Oh shit, yeah, Michael. Already. But no, what was I saying?
It's crazy. He could be Riedewald. He could be Riedewald. He could be any of them.
But no, Zaha. For me, I just feel like you've been here this long. I feel like the window to get that medal or to get that big payday move has already come and gone. Whether it's a move like Dortmund or Roma, maybe you could get that. Oh, I can get Champions League football. All right, you can hear the theme song. Nice, cool, yeah. But bro, what you can do at Palace, especially if they keep moving forward, I think that front little unit they've got, they're going to keep it together for a little while. If you can be the senior head, the captain that says, you know what, I got my fingers burnt at United. This is my club. I'm staying here, and this is what it is. I just think loyalty, we don't see a lot of it in the game nowadays.
Faisal sources, he's going to Saudi Arabia.
you know what? If we're talking about one final payday, go and get your money, brother.
take it.
That's a different kind of paycheck.
It's going
That's
to Saudi Arabia.
Go get that money.
You go from rich to wealthy.
That money.
100% take it. What's
Yeah,
mad
yeah,
as well,
yeah.
that Lokonga's unused sub for Palace now.
Listen, that wasn't even the right move for him in the first place.
It wasn't.
It seemed good when Vieira was there.
Vieira,
Yeah.
no.
But yeah,
Yeah, because Vieira was BLM.
I'm gonna help you, bro.
But Roy Hodgson,
Listen, if you ain't vibes, I don't know if you'll BLM like that. You know what I'm saying?
All right, moving on. We've got a couple games left. We got Brentford versus Forest. This game had a winner deep into injury time. Brentford won the
that was
game.
sad. Yeah, that was sad.
Brentford won the game 2-1.
I feel bad- yeah, I
94th
feel bad for
minute.
them,
Josh
man.
Da Silva,
Yeah.
Hayland
Yep.
won the game for
Ivan
them.
Toney,
Obviously,
20
Ivan
Premier
Toney,
League
82nd minute. It was
Forest
mad.
was winning.
It was mad late on in the game.
It came down to, I think that, because I watched the highlights, it came down to Danilo got injured.
Yeah.
Danilo, and he got injured at the beginning of the second half.
Even the free kick was such a bad free. You can't concede a free kick like that. That's Champions League. Keylor Navas concede free kicks like that.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. That
It was mental, bro. That's you lost heritage. You know that.
But listen,
He ain't gonna let say that.
yeah, we got some correspondence. Keenan Lowe says very late comeback from the Bees to win 2-1 after conceding in the last kick of the first half. What's fun about the Bees? That's the thing.
I can't take you. You know how there's certain
What's
nicknames.
Watford? The Wasps. Someone's the Wasps.
Aren't
What's
they the
Watford?
bees as well?
They're bees as well, right?
Is a rugby team.
No, they're the Hornets.
They're the Hornets. 'cause
No,
they're a bit
no,
different.
yeah, yeah,
There's certain nicknames that I can't take you seriously. Wallah.
Yeah.
I-
Okay, what about Bournemouth?
What the
Cherries.
The cherries. But that's what I mean.
That one's hilarious.
What
I
about
can't
Everton?
What is it? The
Toffees.
Toffees. Wallah, that's what I mean. I can't.
What's
I can't
wrong
lie
with
to
what's
you.
wrong
What
with
about
Gisla?
what about the Lily Whites?
Bro, I'll be real.
The Lily
English
Whites.
clubs don't have wavy nicknames. English
Tottenham.
clubs do not have wavy.
Oh, the Lily Whites.
That's all. We do. The Gunners.
Yeah, wallah.
Red Devils.
trying to
Red
force
Devils.
that, man.
What about Red Devils?
That's great.
Los Blancos.
Los Blancos.
Demon Home. Demon
Remember
Home.
that? If they're still Los Blancos, Los Galacticos.
Hey,
You know,
I'll never
it's
do
got
that.
aura to it,
The
man.
Blancos.
Guns.
The Gunners, serious, bro. I just said that.
Yeah, bro. A bit excited for that one.
Oh, man.
The Citizens, that was horror.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Citizens
saying.
is
English
horrible.
clubs just don't have good
That was
nicknames,
horrible.
man.
Yeah.
The Blues.
The
That was horrible.
Trotters and
What's Liverpool?
Scousers. The
Merseyside,
Reds.
innit?
no,
Merseyside.
Reds, Merseyside. Like, it's all mid. It's just
Yeah, shocking.
no
You know what?
flavourless.
I call it out of the top 6.
Lily Whites.
You're honest, the media still like.
The Lily
Yeah,
Whites.
man.
That's
Lily
That's
Whites.
what Spurs, to be honest.
It's not great.
Yeah, move on.
It's not great. Listen, the Bees, very late comeback from the Bees. Last kick of the first, after conceding the last kick of the first half. 50 points this season for the Bees. Second season syndrome. Who? That's what a Brentford fan said. Forrest Gump, who's a Forest fan, said 4 games left, but regardless of that, next game is a must-win. 3 points or we're going down, said the Forest fan. And that is true because Forest needed that win. They needed that win,
What was the next
and
game?
they would have been comfortable.
What was the next games?
4 games left. They are playing against Southampton.
Good, big
Which
game.
is a big game because
Big
they're
game.
already relegated
Big game.
almost. They can dunk on them. They got Chelsea away.
That's a big game because you know Chelsea mathematically still go down.
Yeah,
You know
exactly.
that, which is
And they're
mental.
playing Arsenal. And then they're playing Palace away. So they need to beat
Yeah,
Southampton.
Palace is like
The
the
Southampton ones that it's a must win. Because it might get tough after that.
And that is the next game.
That's the next game.
and is it a
big
home
game.
game? It is
Home
And
against
their home game.
They're home
Their
games.
home
That's why
record's very
imagine they
good.
had these 3 points against Brentford.
Yeah.
Ooh.
They would have been out of the relegation zone a little bit
Yeah.
and then beat Southampton and now they're good.
No, they're good. Yeah.
But now that Brentford dunking on them, pain.
That's what West Ham did. That's what West Ham was literally in there. Couple of 3 wins.
That's all you need.
And then you're basically just safe now.
Bro, Palace, Vieira's, they got sacked Vieira because they were scared they're going to go
Yeah,
down.
and then-
Now in a few games later, their highest finish ever. Like down there right now is weird.
It's
But those
mad.
bottom
You win
sides, we
3
always-
games and you're
You're-
going
you're-
from like 18th to 11th.
Top
Yeah.
10th, yeah.
But those bottom sides, we always expect them to just roll over and lose to Arsenals and Chelsea's, but they
Yeah.
always spring up a surprise.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it wouldn't surprise me if
Come
they
to the end of
managed
the
to
season. Yeah.
pull out a result against one of those bigger sides as well.
Yeah, facts.
It's mad. But listen, Forest need to win the next game against Southampton. Brentford, big up to them on the late win, showed resilience. They were losing going into the 82nd minute. They're now sitting comfortably in 9th, 50 points for them this season. Like Keenan said, second season syndrome. Who? They still look
yeah,
even,
for
they're
real.
even better, you know.
For real.
So big up to Brentford. Let's get into the last game though. Big result. Bournemouth beat Leeds 4-1. Come on, man. Bournemouth looks so good.
Gary O'Neill. Come on, man.
Say it again. Say it again.
Gary O'Neill, man.
It's
Give me
crazy.
some props.
A few days
before
that game,
can't even hype up that name.
No.
Gary O'Neill.
Before that game, I thought Bournemouth were going down as well.
Yeah. O'Neill. Let's put some respect on
Before that game, Bournemouth was
Yeah.
one of those teams that I thought would go down.
Bournemouth. Listen,
100%.
I think when he
But every game week is
No,
just
but
changes.
when he initially took over as caretaker, they had that spike, and that's how he got the job. And then
he
I
got the
think
job,
through
yeah.
January, they had this slump. But you looked at the fixtures; they were against all the bigger sides.
were.
And then over the last month or so, when it's really mattered, when it's against teams that have been in and around him, he's been able to pull out results. The way he dumped on us showed me that this guy is a tactically clued on manager as well. Christian Stellini, are you watching at home? Because this is what caretakers do. They come in, they make the difference, and they keep working. And this back end of the season now, you've seen everything that he's been working towards. It's coming to fruition.
The last 5 games, they got 4 wins.
Yeah,
and 1 loss. Those 4 wins are against Leicester, Tottenham, Southampton, and Leeds.
Dog.
Take Tottenham out of the thing.
That's
Leicester, Southampton, and Leeds.
6 points.
They're all teams that are in and around them.
That's
they beat them all.
That's not 9. That's 18 points.
Yeah, and they beat them all. That's why right now they are comfy.
And
and
go back
13th.
and go back a couple of weeks. They beat you. They beat Liverpool as well.
Yeah.
They beat Liverpool. I think at home. I'm telling you.
And remember as well, this is a team that Scott Parker at the beginning of the season after game week 2 was telling us is not good enough to be in this division.
Yeah.
Like, and now I'm looking at guys like Solanke, Lerma, Utara.
Billing,
yes. Neto in goal as well. Like, some of them have been massive this year. And I'm like, yeah, you lot go down,
Big
trust
up
me.
Lerma, by the way.
They'll be
There's
getting
2
picked up.
goals in that game.
Slammers as well.
Woo, beautiful
Slammers.
goals.
Beautiful
Well.
goals, bro. You've got you know what you've got the 1-2 punch with Billing and Solanke, but then you've got the little flair with Otara.
Hey.
Otara, she.
And this is Jefferson
like
Lerma,
him.
who's been with
I
them in
like
the Prem, been with them in the Champ,
Dog.
been with them in the Prem. Like, he's not left them.
Yeah.
You know, he's a
Loyalist.
legend there.
Loyalist,
And
I'm
it shows.
telling
I feel like with Otara, Otara came from Lorient.
Yep.
You know what it shows? Just go to League R, fam.
Yeah.
Go to League R. Grab these.
There's gems there, bro.
Bro, there's hella gems. And the next one is the same team he came from, Enzo.
And you know about my boy?
Come on,
Enzo.
man.
I've been talking about Enzo for
Enzo
like a
Lefebvre.
good year.
Bro,
If
ask
you
him
know,
about-
you know.
I knew about Enzo before you here, bro.
Come on,
Enzo
about
Lefebvre.
before I was there. Trust me, you know. You did not know. Trust me. Do
Lorient FM safe, fam.
you want to bet? We'll check after this. We'll do
Enzo
the
Lefebvre,
research.
very good player.
Big talent.
Remember you and Stars
He
talking
needs.
about him.
He's needed at
Stars
Spurs.
talking about him on the Euro.
Apparently-
Spurs, he would fit
He's leaving,
perfectly.
he's leaving by then.
Yeah, I know. He
He's got a horrible
wanted out
attitude.
since.
He's got a stinking attitude.
Nah. That's a lie. That's how they're trying to smear. That's a smear campaign they're trying to put up.
He's leaving. He came out last month saying that like,
I want to leave.
I'm done.
End of the month, end of the season, cash in on me type of thing. But nah, quality, I think. But then I think on the other side, I do want to touch on Ilan Meslier. Ilan Meslier, though, I think is someone we need to look at on the other side because.
Renedy, listen.
Wait. Number one in
Which one? Which Rindy? Rindy or Rimedy?
I don't know.
Hey, sorry, Rimedy, man.
Someone's claiming to know.
But I'm sorry, Meslier. I thought at one point I used to look at him and I'm like, yo, the long-term Lloris replacement, I could see that. The skinny French kid, you know, he'll grow into it. This back end of the season when Leeds have needed him the most, some of the goals he has been conceding have been inexcusable. I'm sorry. Even Leeds fan, I'm sure, are sick of seeing this man flap at balls near post, straight at him, between his legs. I'm sorry. He has been shocking and costing them. And his stocks, I feel like, have probably taken the biggest nosedive out of anyone.
I remember when he was linked with Bayern.
Bro,
Like the Neuer replacement.
he was, I mean, he's still young. He's still
He's still
21,
young, but I
22.
think-
But like,
France,
there comes a point when you do so many mistakes and so much wrong. It's just like, hold on, we can't keep blaming the defense. You're actually at fault for a lot of this. And so many of the mistakes are self-inflicted from him. That's the thing. It's not like he's being pressured into these mistakes. I don't know. He's just someone who I've completely gone off over the last couple of
If
weeks.
Leeds go down, do you think he still gets a Premier League move? Or
I
gets a
think
big
his
move?
best bet would be staying with them and hoping they come back up with him.
Yeah.
Because
he starts with France under 21s. That could ruin him if he goes to
France
Championship.
under 21s don't mean nothing. Mike Manian's their big man. You ain't doing nothing but cleaning his gloves.
He's not going to get that spot. I'm just saying, like, international football, though. Would that ruin his international football chances if he's in
if I'm him,
like, he can get a move in the League R, top decent team.
being as young as he is, I wouldn't.
He can go anywhere. Still.
International shouldn't be your focus now. You want to get your club right, and I think if you do leave Leeds now,
it's at a time when your stock is low. If you fail at that next club, you're written off, mate.
Yeah.
However, you go down with Leeds, you rebuild yourself, you come back up, you have a good year, and then you get the move, you'll be, 24, 25, much better for it. Leeds will still appreciate you for it, and then your stock's a little bit higher. We'll see.
I agree.
I'm a good salesman.
Didn't Leeds have that?
No. Yeah, I almost bought Mele off you.
Didn't Leeds have that Madrid keeper that was like racist?
Oh, Casilla.
Casilla.
He's a bum, fam.
Yeah, he
He's
is.
a bum.
I remember he come out same time as Casillas.
Yeah,
Off the back of his name. And I was
Same
like,
name.
who's this Donny?
Yeah.
Casillas without the S.
It was like Carl Peters following Carl.
Yeah.
Him, Antonio, Adan. I remember that.
Yeah, I was like, what's this
I
guy
done
doing?
start as well.
What's this guy doing? But yeah, we got analysis from a Leeds fan. Interesting to see what he had to say. His name's Haroon Fareh. He says, absolutely horrible performance from the goalkeeper to the attackers. So he also says horrible from the goalkeeper. This was a must-win game, and we effed it up and conceded 4 goals to Bournemouth. The players do not care anymore. The manager is useless. The board needs to be gone, but it won't happen because it's typical Leeds.
You see that clip that came out?
Yeah,
After-
the players walking past the kids, and then
without even.
What goes so wrong at Leeds though? Because like a year ago it was, or 2 years
It
ago,
was the second of
documentary
Bielsa,
was
right?
coming out.
Bielsa.
You had the director of football going on the Athletics going, this is how I do moves. And I move the players like this. And now it's like, yo, get everybody out. We want everybody out. We want
But
the players
they've
out.
always had a bad owner, isn't it?
I'm like,
That owner who just sacks and hires and sacks and
Their
hires.
problem was sacking Bielsa in the first place. That should have never happened.
man. That
Yeah.
rock and roll
Bielsa
football is
out.
going to get you relegated
Come on,
anyway, man.
Respect Bielsa, man.
Yeah, I do
He's
think
a-
I think it was getting them relegated.
As,
didn't it?
as someone who claims to be,
no, man.
as someone who claims, I'm the historian of this Bielsa, bro. It's
Yeah, what's he done? What's
Yeah.
he achieved in his career?
Bilbao, fam. Respect this Bilbao tenure.
What?
Come on, man. Europa
Copa
League,
America.
Europa League final, fam.
So now we're respecting
With
the
that-
finals.
So now
So now we're respecting losing finals.
With that, no,
So now we're respecting losing finals. I just want to
no.
clarify.
No, with that
Well, with the Basque team.
with the Basque team
That's
with
cute.
a lot of restrictions,
Cute.
Sam.
Oh,
Don't
one
call
of
it cute.
the, are we going to act like Basque ain't got one of the best homegrown academies in the world?
But at that time,
Uh,
now.
Javi Martinez, Llorente, you
now,
want to go through that
I'm
team?
sorry, come
That
on,
team was
man.
quite good.
Respect him, man.
Listen, let's not
They
do
beat-
Bielsa hype over
beat United.
over one Basque team.
They beat United in
You
the
said
past.
you said history as well. He's been around for how many years? And what, you got 2 years to show me?
I think he's only
2
won one.
years,
He's won
2
one
years
trophy,
out
I think.
of a 4-year career.
Okay, okay.
These men are telling me
Chat to me about CV.
this is Pep's father.
Chat to me about CV. Chat to me about CV. The teams that he's gone to. It's not been big teams.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting to hear these teams.
You tell me. It hasn't
and
been.
ask yourself,
it
why
hasn't
has
been
he not got
well-known
these jobs?
teams, fam.
Ask yourself why no big team has wanted to take the gamble on him. Let me guess. He's too much of a weird personality.
No. He makes a lot of
Didn't he do well in
demands.
France?
Listen, he's. Do you know
Marseille.
what he is? He's one of these managers who I think is like a great rocket scientist. Tactically, they're very advanced. Managers who are their assistants or whatever learn so much of them because
Well,
they
he's
see the
Pep's
game.
daddy, fam.
Yeah, they see the game from like a weird perspective,
Yeah.
but it doesn't actually lead to anything conducive. And the problem is he has too many shortcomings. I feel like to ever be a top coach, which is
So
why
he's been managing
no big
club
team.
football.
I think he's
Well,
only
he's
got.
managed football since
I think he's got one trophy and it was in Argentina.
Like 1990, he's been managing.
Yeah, and the thing is,
And
this,
his only
a lot
club
of these,
trophy
Yeah, it's
the
one trophy.
93
is the
Arpatura.
championship of Leeds.
Yeah. And no, so he hasn't got a cup in Argentina.
Oh, the
I'm sure
2004
93.
Summer Olympics of Argentina.
There's a stadium named after him, no? In Argentina.
Yeah.
I thought he got
No,
that.
it was old boys.
And this is the thing.
I
I
thought he
think.
was-
I think.
Nils
yeah, yeah.
I thought he
Nils-
got that.
Yeah, in the
for winning.
90s, yeah.
The impact-
Premier Division Argentina, he won it 1991.
Come
and
on,
so-
how
man,
many
respect
trophies
him,
he's got in his
man.
So
career?
if you count 91, 92, that one, so he got one.
Leeds.
He's won that.
Respect him, man.
He's won that.
Respect.
He's won
hype.
the championship of Leeds,
Leeds, yeah.
and Argentina 2004 Olympics.
Okay. But now, do me a favor.
Yes.
Do me a favor. Go through his teams.
But he could be a genius, but he just didn't win anything. But he could
That's
teach
what I
people.
mean.
No, and that's what I'm saying.
Like Pep and that stuff, learned from it. No one's doubting. The guy is obviously very.
Yeah.
I am not doubting his genius.
It's same
He's
as
just not a
Ragnick.
winning manager.
Yeah, same Ragnick. These kind of people. Some people have
He's
roles.
just not a
where-
winning manager. That's
But-
all it is.
but- and
And
he's
had he
given-
stayed at
he's
that
a-
Leeds,
he's an elite-
he would have got them
He's
relegated.
an
if
elite
he's given a
advisor.
chance, if he was given a chance at a big club, he would have showcased it.
Would he have got that Leeds team relegated had he stayed? Yes or no?
Eventually, yeah. And I'm a big.
That was what my case was. His rock and roll doesn't lead to success.
That's Connie's-
His rock and roll leads to suicide.
What did Connie say?
I guess we'll never know.
I guess we'll never know. So let me round this off. As we're giving a big shout out, we're giving a big shout out to Jefferson Lerma. His numbers in that game against Leeds: 100% shot accuracy, 57 touches, 7 final third entries, 6 possessions won, 3 touches in opposition box, 3 shots, 2 goals for Jefferson Lerma. Also, shout out to Dango Otaro, he won more duels, 13, and made more tackles, 8, than any other player against Leeds. No Bournemouth player has made more tackles in a Premier League game in this whole season. He made 8 tackles in a single game.
Work.
I saw a stat. I feel like it's a real stat. Bournemouth. Wait, what's the Bournemouth?
You better get this right, fake fact face.
I saw a stat. Just in case I get the stat wrong.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say. I was gonna say it's fine. It's 2.5 hours in. No one's gonna see it, but I've seen the comments.
Yeah.
A lot of people-
Guys, if you're here in this 1% and you're about to hear Faisal's stat, please comment down below what his stat is going to be.
Whether it's FFF or it's SFF. Straight facts, Faisal. I saw a stat in one of the Leeds games. I don't know if it's this one or the one before. Just confirm if it's true. The team that they played against that they lost, their opponent had the most dribbles in the history of the Premier League.
Dribbles like taken
In the history of the
and
Premier
they
League.
won.
And yeah, I feel like it's the game against Bournemouth. So Bournemouth basically, in that game, had more take-ons, more dribbles ever in the history of the Premier League.
That's mad. I will find
Which
out.
is
How crazy is that?
No, we're going to find out. The comments are going to
So
tell
you
us.
bet. It's either, by the way, it's either this
if we
game or
look at
last game. But I feel like it's this game.
So if we look at which team has the most dribbles in a single game completed, it would be Bournemouth from that game, is what you're saying.
Who did Leeds play against last game?
Leeds.
Yeah.
They played before Bournemouth. They played Leicester and drew 1-1.
Yes. So it's this game then. So this game, basically Bournemouth had the most dribbles this game in the history of the Premier League, basically.
Wow.
So basically, Leeds showed no commitment, no heart in defending.
And when they did try and attack, Dango Toro has tackled them.
So basically, either FFF or SFF.
We'll find out. Let us know, guys. And that's the end of the roundup this week. It was obviously a long one as usual, but we'll be back very soon with another roundup and also another fun game because we haven't done one of those in a while. So we'll see you next time. Peace.